Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. In Game 4 of the NBA Finals, the New York Knicks trailed the San Antonio Spurs by as many as 29 points in the third quarter, but the Knicks stormed back and made the game come down to the final seconds.
It's unbelievable,
Oh, that's not what I needed. On the diamond, the Cleveland Guardians got swept by the New York Knicks after an 8-4 loss yesterday. The Reds also lost 5-4 on the road in San Diego. Game 5 of the NBA or of the Stanley Cup Final is on tonight between the Vegas Golden Knights and Carolina Hurricanes with puck drop at 8. That series is tied at 2 games apiece. This update is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Take a vacation from high interest rates with special rates on balance transfers at BMI Federal Credit Union. Visit BMI.com/consolidate to learn more. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Breakfast time!
Hello, welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis. Can I take your order?
Just want a little breakfast.
Hey, you want some crabs? Because I got some of them.
Get ready to drive through the intersection of football, food, and fun. Come on, Joe! Featuring producer Dylan.
Who are the 5 best rappers of all time?
Special guests.
Are you serious?
And you. Wake up.
For what?
It's time for T-Bone and Tyvis.
Welcome in. Happy Thursday to you. I'm T-Bone. He is not Tyvis. He is Joshua Perry. Still in as Tyvis remains on paternity leave. I don't know how often I have to say that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like
They should know by now.
Well, that's like I know the people in the YouTube chat who listen every day, which we appreciate. Shout out to Rusty and Alex and LW and Quinn and all those guys. There's lots of other ones too that I'm probably missing. I'm not trying to forget you or offend you, but like there's lots of people in there. They are like probably sick of us saying that.
Yeah.
But then I run into people who have like not checked in. Maybe you were on vacation for the last week and a half or whatever. And you know, it's summertime. You may have taken a long vacation. You come back, you get in your routine, you flip us on. You're like, why is Joshua Perry there?
There was one guy in the chat yesterday who was like, who in the hell is that guy?
Well, sure. Yeah, I got it. So
Yeah.
like, I have to remember that there's like, we're doing this every day. I feel like I say it all the time, but then there's probably people who have listened and been like, what is going on? Where's Tyvis? He's on paternity leave. He will be back. We have crossed over the halfway mark of his paternity leave. So he'll be gone the rest of this week. Next week, he returns on whatever the week of, what is that, June 22nd? Yeah,
well, technically the 20th when his hamstrings
Actually,
will fall off the bone.
Yeah, so June 19th is when his leave ends. June 20th is the Fan 5K. So you can go get signed up for that, 971therace.com. Still time to do it. It's out at Otterbein. It's Saturday morning at 8 a.m. on June 20th. And there's going to be a 40-yard dash. Tyvis says he is going to make his return to that event and set a time that we'll see if he's proud of or not. But you can try to beat his time. You can also run the 1 mile with Common Man. You can do the 5K with me. That's about 3 miles, 3.1 miles. Or you could do the 9.71K, which is just about 6 miles long. Either way you shake it out, you can get a medal when you sign up and finish. You can get a little bib that'll track you, so you can get. And then they do photos and stuff like that out on the course, so you can watch yourself sweat.
Get a nice medal.
I went back and looked at some of the photos of me over the years when I've done 5Ks, and it's just
insane.
It's just me being like all the time. But that's just what I look like when I'm exercising, so it's fine.
So yesterday I went and I quote unquote was training for the 5K.
Oh yeah, Dylan, by the way, is back. He was gone yesterday. Hello,
Yes.
Dylan.
Hi.
Welcome back in.
Good morning.
My
Go to hell.
update, I played the wrong audio that I wanted to play, so that was a great start for that. But anyway, I had my kid with me. There's the track by my house is right by a playground, and I was running, and then she came over, and I said, why don't you ride your bike on the track while I run? And then probably 10 minutes later, she was like, I want to go home. It's hot. Get me the hell out of here.
So how many laps did you do in 10 minutes?
I did 10 minutes I ran a mile while she was playing. I'm trying to just do a 10-minute pace for a mile because this is literally me just coming off the couch as of 2 weeks ago.
That's good.
That's
so
great.
that for you.
I'm just trying to take it nice and slow, as Usher would say.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at
Yes.
that.
Yeah. I like that.
So, yeah, I did just my 10-minute pace of 2 miles. So,
There you go.
yeah.
All right. That's
But
good.
I'm just saying, if you're just tired of being outside, just make your kid ride their bike on a 90-degree day.
Yeah, that'll end it real
They'll want to
quick.
go right back in.
Well, see, our problem is, and this is what I'm doing today. When I get done here, I've already been summoned. It's already been booked. The plans have been made. It's time to go to the pool. So
Yes.
The municipal pool is where we're going. We do that. I've been at least 3 times already this year since they've been out of school, and my wife has taken them a couple times too when I was working or busy doing stuff. So they want to be at the pool all the time. And the only problem with that is they don't tire out quickly at the pool. They will be in that water for 6 hours if we let them. And I don't mind getting in the pool. I love actually a pool when it's comfortable, but our pool that I go to, cold. It's not heated. That's fine. I understand I'm bougie. We're also not in Florida, though, so it doesn't get hot. It's a massive pool.
I mean, come on, man.
I've been in August at a 100-degree day, and it feels like ice water. I'm not good with that. I've been in the pool with chill bumps after a half an hour, and I'm still freezing. I can't do it.
This is the conversation that I struggle to entertain.
No, I can't do it.
This is not tough guy behavior.
No, it's not.
This is no dirt under my fingernails type of behavior.
Absolutely, yes. I don't like being cold. I like being cold.
Man, I'm struggling with that.
I'd rather sit there in the heat. I'd rather sit there in that than be freezing cold.
I hate getting in the pool to begin with.
I don't. I love
it. The feeling of being submerged in water is not for me.
Really?
Don't like it. Don't take a bath either.
Well, I mean, a bath is different. You're submerged, but the pool, and maybe this is just because I'm a fat guy, it's the one place in life where I don't feel fat because I can just float around, and I feel like it's nice to feel like I'm like, am I on the moon? This is great. I enjoy it. But I don't know if you know, fat, very buoyant, so I don't ever need a raft. I just lay on my back and I'm just floating. I have to watch sunburn, but I'm in the pool.
Reapply that sunscreen.
I like the pool. I don't like it when you got a million kids splashing around all the time, being annoying. And 2, I don't like it when it's freezing cold.
It's the argument of my relationship. My wife is like, oh man, it would be nice one day if we had a pool in the yard. And I'm like, first off, selfishly, I don't like it. This is not for me.
Not a pool guy.
If I was going to spend that money, it would have to be out of an abundance of love, which I do have for her, but that's a lot of money to part with. And then you don't get it back because we're in Ohio. Use a pool for 4 months, maybe?
Yeah, unless you get, here's the move. You got to get it heated. That's even more money.
Yeah.
Then you get it heated. At least you could extend that pool season by a couple months, maybe. But yeah, when it's 20 degrees out, you can't heat the pool. That's not going to work. So yeah, that's a rough deal. I too, at one point, had this discussion with my wife that because she was like, wouldn't it be nice to get a pool put in? And I was like, our backyard, I don't think a pool would fit, right? She's like, no, I don't think so either. And then a few doors down from where we live,
they can always fit.
They jammed one into that person's house, and it's
fit a pool.
And then she's like, wow, I guess you can fit a pool in here. And I'm like, oh, we've got suck. Why'd you do that? Don't make it bad for me.
We got trees, so that means we'd have leaves. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, that would be bad.
By the way, we got a free YMCA membership.
There you go.
They've got a pool over there.
Yeah,
We've got 2 pools in our neighborhood.
Look at that.
And we've got a golf club membership. They have a pool there. So you got access to 4 different pools.
Yeah, just take your pick.
Yeah.
Why do you need one at home?
You got friends with pools?
Also, that means you don't have to do pool maintenance.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
The pool maintenance is. I don't want to mess with it. No, I don't.
Every part of it.
I'm not every part of it, but the pool maintenance and the cost, those are 2 that are huge. I don't want to deal with.
The pool is my enemy right now when it comes to my child because her mother they moved, I guess, to a residency, like a housing development that has a pool. So I was trying to talk to my daughter about what she wants to do for certain summer holidays. And every single time it was me or your mom, she'd be like, Mom, pool.
I have no delusions. Let me tell you, we're not in that situation. But my wife and I, if we ever got divorced and she lived in a community where there was a pool and I did not, the kids would be at her house every single time. There's no question.
Yeah, and I'm like, I took you to the pool all last summer. Zumbezi Bay's right down the street, and she's like, yeah, I know, but Mom's pool.
Pool. It's
man.
Yeah, and it's not like
a disadvantage now.
Oh, I don't want to go over there today. It's it's right there. Right? Just walk down to it. Go. Have fun. Yeah, the pool is it's a draw. I like a pool usually. I just like it to be that's why I would want to have a pool at my house because it's the only people splashing around in it are us. And if my kids get too annoying, I can be like, hey,
you will have so many new friends if you get a pool.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, crazy.
I can be very very non-friendly. Just be like, oh, sorry, we had to, it's all chlorinated and diluted. I don't know what's wrong with it. Can't get in. We can. We're used to it. You can't. It doesn't work. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. So last night, Game 4, NBA Finals. Knicks get it done in an epic comeback, 107-106. They were down at halftime by 28 points. There was a part of that game where, Joshua, it was literally like, I looked at the tracker thing they do for the win probabilities. I know, I do too. But on days like this, it's not too bad. In the fourth quarter, 9:33 to go, Spurs were up 95-75. Knicks had a 0.4% chance of winning. So you're telling me there's a chance. But they found their way back because the Spurs kept taking dumb threes.
Oh, God.
And the Knicks started clicking on offense finally. But just some absolute, just abysmal play down the stretch from the Spurs. But
yeah,
Knicks capitalized on it, which you have to do.
I understand how they got into the dumb shots there toward the end of the game because a portion that I was able to watch before my head hit the pillow, everything the Spurs were throwing up was going in. Right?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I mean,
first half, they were amazing.
Half, yeah, I mean, like any shot they wanted, they could get it. They were pushing the pace. Like they were playing their game. And then you kind of fall into that little trap where it's like start missing some shots. And then you're telling yourself, hey, you know what? Going through a little cold spell, we'll just keep shooting. It's going to continue to go in, and then it doesn't.
No.
And then you're screwed.
It was an all-time clunk fest as well from De'Aaron Fox, who just had, multiple terrible shots down the stretch. And with, how many seconds? Maybe 10 seconds to go. He gets a tipped ball out past half court. If they have the Spurs have a 1-point lead, and he gets the ball in his possession. Now, granted, he ended up with the ball about 2 steps away from the rim. Mm-hmm. So he's thinking, I'll just lay this in. I'll make it 3. That way the best they can do is tie if we don't foul him. Maybe that thought's running through his head. He, unfortunately, though, for him, got blocked by OG Anunoby, who made a tremendous play to get back on that and swat that one off the glass and not foul him. But at the time, of course, I can understand the thought of, let me just go lay this in real quick. But if he just grabs the ball and stands there, he's probably getting run over by OG Anunoby. It's going to be a foul.
You don't even have to dribble it out. Just stand there.
No, just stand there and get fouled, and then that gives you a chance to get everyone down there, regroup. And who knows, maybe they turn it over on that possession.
Well, he was turning it over, so you never know.
You said multiple times, maybe he was thinking this, maybe he was thinking that. He was not thinking at all. There is no situation where you needed to lay that up. Even if you do lay it up, you put yourself in a position where they can tie. Just sit on the rock, dude.
Yeah. I wonder how in the moment, though, when you're chasing down a ball and you know there's a guy behind you, your instinct as a basketball player is just to go up and lay it in. Go get, but you're right. You should think that way. You should be thinking, if I get my hands on the ball, I'm going to hold it. But I can understand. I mean, I'm not trying to make excuses for the guy. It was the wrong play. I'm just saying I can understand in the moment just thinking, I'm going to seal this game up, basically. I'm going to be done.
I want to be the hero.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's the same instinct as guys have when they're running towards the end zone when they have a lead in a football game, but the touchdown that they're about to score, or maybe they don't have the lead, but it would put them ahead, but the team would get the ball back and have a chance to go down and do it. If you can just get there, kneel down at the 1, and then either kick a field goal or whatever, run the clock out if you have the lead, it's a thing you have to think about actively in that moment, which I can understand why a guy wouldn't in the finals.
You could be Tyvis and bring the ball to the end zone.
Yeah. See, they could do that too. So point here is now we've got a series that's pretty much done.
Yeah.
Knicks are up 3-1. I saw people comparing this to this. I saw somebody posted this is our 28-3. It's like ours. I mean, how old are you? 7? That didn't happen that long ago. We were here for that one too. This is the NBA's version of it, I guess. But yeah, this was quite a collapse by San Antonio and an epic comeback by the Knicks. Either way you want to look at that. Texas Tech is fired back on their critics. You'll hear what they had to say next. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use, now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Hey there, Bo Bishop here. Tired of the same old routine? It's time to escape with an RV from RCD RV. Motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, they've got them all. Shop hundreds of RVs in stock today. 3 locations in Central Ohio to serve you or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well,
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been your one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Buckeye Country Superfest 2026 is back for one day only in Columbus, Ohio. Saturday, June 13th at Ohio Stadium, featuring Tyler Childers. With special guests, the Red Clay Strays, Lord Huron, Sierra Farrell, Flatland Cavalry, and Caitlin Butts.
Your nose on the grindstone, out of the pillow.
Tickets on sale now at BuckeyeCountrySuperfest.com.
I have a buddy who's going to be popping the question soon. He's planning everything out. He asked me, can you help me out with the ring? I said, of course I can. I've got a guy, Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Now you talk, Bob.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace. I'm your guy.
Go in, see my friends at Worthington Jewelers. Tell them I sent you, and you'll get the true VIP experience.
I'll treat them better than I treat you.
That's not hard. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged. And tell them Common Man sent you.
Feeling stressed or overwhelmed? Not sure how to get the mental health help you need? We've got your back. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442. We'll help you figure out what mental health benefits may be in your health plan. No more confusion, just the support you deserve. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442.
Proper tree care is an investment that can lead to substantial returns and increased personal enjoyment. Hiring a certified arborist can help care for your trees and prevent storm damage. Inspections by Ohio ISA certified arborists can often find and mitigate tree defects before they fail. Only professionals with specialized knowledge and training are properly equipped to provide appropriate care. To find an arborist, visit trees4ohio.org. That's trees, the number 4, ohio.org.
Think you know Buckeye football? These two say, hold my beer. The Beat with Austin and Berm.
Sponsored by the Waterworks.
Daily on the Fan's YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Could see a few stray showers or storms this morning, otherwise partly cloudy and mild and muggy with wake-up temperatures in the 70s. For today, expect a chance of showers and storms later in the day, otherwise a mix of sun and clouds throughout the afternoon, breezy winds, and highs topping out right around 90 degrees, so make sure you have ways to stay cool. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
If you haven't thought about Buckeye football today, I'm sorry to tell you that you're dead. Our condolences. Your home of the Buckeyes, The Fan. Two men who both know the value of a good hat.
You're bald!
This is Bone and Tyvis.
Saw that old Taylor Swift, your gal, Dylan. She was at the Knicks game last night.
You a Swiftie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Two-time Era Tour attendee.
Yeah, he's been to the Eras Tour.
Two-time.
Well,
I'm judging.
She was wearing a shirt that said Stevie Nicks.
That's an interesting choice. Stevie Nicks, great. That's not the Knicks we're looking for here, but sure, okay, that's fine. Let her live.
And for the people saying that she was a bandwagon fan, she was in Cleveland with Travis. She didn't have any Cavs gear on. She wasn't jumping up and down when Donovan Mitchell did anything.
Okay.
She's just previewing her wedding venue.
That's right.
Yeah. Because she's, Madison Square Garden. That's supposedly what they're renting out for the wedding, which, okay. To each their own, I guess, on how you do that. I thought I had heard they rented some venue because there was a woman, like the date that they had picked, there was a wedding venue in Rhode Island or somewhere that she wanted to get, and someone already had it booked, and that she had to pay some ridiculous fee to get that. But maybe that's for a reception or something.
Those were just, sometimes the Swifties get online and they just be clowning because they love predicting her next move.
Oh, I see.
So it's like, just calm down.
Well, I saw a picture of her with Ernie Johnson, which he had tweeted out and said something to the effect of like coolest grandpa in the world or something. Now my grandkids are all going to think I'm awesome because I got a picture of Taylor Swift. And I realized that, like, you know how in the Marvel universe, they have to take care to make sure that, like, if Hulk is standing next to Spider-Man, everybody's properly scaled given how big and small these different characters are. Well, when I'm watching this, the picture of her and Ernie Johnson, Ernie looks like a regular sized, guy, like not fat, not overweight or anything, but just like filled out, properly adult man of his age, right? She's standing next to him is like very skinny and thin because she's a singer. She's, obviously on tour. She's got all this stuff, but she doesn't look like, she looks like she's half his size standing next to him, right? Then I juxtapose that with Ernie Johnson sitting on that set on court side when they're doing the pre and halftime and all that, and they're in chairs. And when he sits next to Shaq, he looks like a toddler. And I think if Taylor Swift got caught in a photo next to Shaq, like she'd look like Tinkerbell. How would that even work? That doesn't make sense. And then Draymond Green is sitting next to Shaq and looks
did you see
normal sized human? And he's a giant NBA player.
Draymond sitting by Shaq, to your point, looks regular, right? Then they had Ben Stiller up there sitting next to Draymond. And I'm like, oh my God, how little is this dude?
Right, yes. That's us. Not you necessarily. You're a former athlete, but like for most of us average people, like that height thing, that's how we would look against most people who are actual pro athletes. But like, yeah, it's like you and Tyvis would look more normal size. You guys have, I haven't been around a ton of NBA players, but one game I went to cover for the Cavs years ago, this is how long ago it was. It was Kyrie and Tristan Thompson's like first season. And I went up there and got to cover one of those games. And you go in the locker room, if an NBA locker room, for obviously most people haven't been in one of those.
Right.
It is like going to a fun house or like a
so
place.
You're calling them carnival circus
No.
attractions.
No. That's not what I'm talking. Let me finish. I'm saying when you look at the fixtures, like the lockers.
Sure.
They're not like 6 or 7 feet tall. Like the lockers are like 10 feet tall. And there's like sections of them that no average size human being would be able to reach up and grab.
Right.
And then it was jarring because there's all these guys who are more like, 6'8" or 6'10" or 6'5". And then Kyrie, who is 6'3", in that locker room looked like a little kid. And I remember he was eating beans and rice like over in the corner, just like the most casual dude you could picture, not partaking of any of the other stuff. Like he was just off doing his own thing. And it looked like a teenager who'd been stuck with like the grown-ups who were actually at work. And he was just like, I don't know, my dad left me here. But he was, one of the best players on the court.
Kyrie eating the Dave Ramsey meal is hilarious.
Yes.
Beans and rice and beans.
The Dave Ramsey meal. Yes, that is clocked. We all clocked it. That's good. So, all right, Texas Tech, where do we start with this stupid scandal? Because I genuinely want to ask this question before we get into it. Do you guys, I know, Joshua, you're fired up about it. I'm fired up about it. Dylan, are you fired up about like all this Texas Tech, Brendan Sorsby stuff? Is it still hitting for you, or are you kind of like, it's starting to get a little old now?
I just think it's common sense that he shouldn't play, but I'm here I do this job so we can talk about stuff. I'm here for the drama of Brendan Sorsby playing all season. I'm about talking about it.
What part of the drama are you really here for? Like, are you here for the borderline abuse that he may receive from fans?
Right,
or is it like, are you here for the game where he has like 3 interceptions and people think that he's throwing the game? Like, which part of it?
Yes, all of it.
All right,
okay,
fair enough.
All right, we got the ability. What I would like to see is him just completely be ass. Like they give
My God.
Oh yeah.
Like they give him $5 to $7 million, whatever the hell they gave him. They're fighting in court for his eligibility, even though he shouldn't be, and then he just sucks. That would be an awesome storyline. Or the complete opposite. Like, he just balls out. They go undefeated, and they have this, like, most controversial national championship ever.
Yeah.
Like, this is the kind of stuff I want to see.
No. I'm with you on the sense of the drama surrounding this is interesting. But I do genuinely wonder if, like, the average college football fan is like, whatever, he's going to play. I don't care. It's not my team. And you know what? I don't even know if this guy was any good. Like, I'm intrigued by it because we watch this stuff every day. I'm a massive college football fan, not just a Buckeye football fan. But I do wonder if you're just like a regular, like, I watch the NFL more than I watch college. I only really care about the Buckeyes. I wonder if this story is as impactful for you, because I tend to think it is, because it's the fabric of sports that you can't bet on the games and still be eligible to play. But so maybe not. Maybe everybody doesn't care anymore. I don't know.
There's two parts of it. I think people do care, like just a common fan who's like, as you said, I watch my team, I love my team, but I appreciate the sport. The only people that I've seen that are trying to defend this have an interest in Texas Tech. But there's also this part where this has become more of a culture story, because my wife, who hates sports, and in particular hates football, even though it pays our bills, she won't watch. The only reason she turns on the TV is because my kid wants to see me on there. That's it.
Now that's nice.
She is like, I think it is insane that they're letting this kid play.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think
for
somebody who's even just like, I don't even watch the sport, but I know how rules work, people are fired up.
Well, and I think some college football fans are trying to add this on to all the, issues, discussion, whatever, around name, image, and likeness, around transfer portal rules, around, you can't even enforce the rules we have in college football. That discussion is broad and needs to be happening as well. We're trying to figure out, like the Nick Sabans of the world who are like, we got to fix college football. Maybe, Nick, but you were part of the problem. Mm-hmm. That discussion we can have. I feel like this has to be separated out, though, because no one is at no point anywhere was there a rule in college sports that you're allowed to bet on football, right? Like, there's been nothing that's ever happened in our sports that have, in any sport, where it's been allowed that you could bet on the games. And if you're saying, why does that matter? Let's pretend we didn't have a football in a football game. Would that change things for you? Where, you just have to pantomime the results. You have to kind of guess at what happens. I'm sure after the initial shock, if everyone did that, it'd be like, you'd see a guy fake throw a pass and a guy would fake catch it, and then another guy would be like, no, it was incomplete. How would we know it was real? We wouldn't. If you took all the lines off the field, no end zones, no out of bounds, and it was like a guy ran for, I don't know, some distance, we would say, that's a first down. The defense would be like, no, it's not. We stopped him. How would you know?
Right.
This is where this particular discussion is for me, is how do I know the sport is legitimate if we don't have rules about guys betting on the sport? How do we know that tomorrow a guy isn't going to place wagers and go, I'll bet the under on my team? Like, how many players are looking at this situation going, well, I can bet on sports then?
Yeah, and then, once again, not to minimize what Brendan Sorsby is going through, but I'll do this. If I get caught, I'll say I'm sick. I will check into rehab, and I will continue to play.
Yeah, right. I don't know what he's going through, but what is very odd to me is that all of his timelines have lined up exactly right for him to be able to admit that he gambled, go seek treatment, transfer to his new school. I don't think he's going to miss a workout, at the current rate that we're on here.
Sure.
Right? He missed some spring ball, sure. But beyond that, he's on track to play this fall, which seems like that's kind of always been the goal, is this stuff's going to come out. I'm being found out. Maybe not. Maybe this is just I'm just saying it's a little suspicious to me that it didn't happen in October.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or it happened in the offseason. There's been a whole offseason's worth of time to do this. Even now, this little PR blitz we got yesterday, perfectly timed to get us a month or two away from when all the conference meetups are and all the guys are reporting for camp. Let's get this out of the way. We'll let you hear what Texas Tech had to say yesterday, because it was a full-on media blitz from the Texas Tech idiots. That's in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, our roads still looking nice and easy out there. Green, normal conditions when it comes to our big map this morning. The only slowdowns we're seeing is actually for our friends in New Albany, which is typical this time around. We're talking between that 161 and 62 intersection. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Save big money on your next project when you shop at Menards. results. Mastercraft has been making high-quality doors for over 50 years. Add beauty and security to your home with a new front door. Shop our in-stock selection or design your door your way, in-store or online. Available in 7 days or less. Save big on Mastercraft doors. Plus, view our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Get Eco.
ECO. Jerry, you're the kind of guy who likes to save money while you do good for the planet, right?
Well, that's why I invented the biodegradable doggy poop bag, Aaron. I'm ecological and economical.
Well, usually the most economical thing you can do when your air conditioner dies is get it repaired. A quick fix can give you years more service.
That sounds economical.
But with older models, those repairs can get pretty expensive, and it'll still use way more energy than a newer model does.
Which is less ecological and less economical.
Get Eco.
ECO. You see where I'm going with this, Jerry?
I sure do. As hard as it is to toss out your old AC and replace the whole thing, it could actually be cheaper in the long run.
Get Eco.
ECO. Are you really a big deal in the poop bag industry, Jerry?
The doggos love me, Aaron.
Get Eco.
ECO. Eco plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians. GetEco.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Capital Ford of Columbus. Find your dream ride and get approved fast at capitalfordofcolumbus.com. One of these men was prom king. The other is Tyvis. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, so this yesterday from Texas Tech was like, am I wrong? There's no way this was just by chance that all these guys were out talking at the same time.
It was definitely a coordinated media blitz. My question is, who is their crisis PR management firm? Because they should fire them. Their ass.
Yes.
Because my biggest takeaway is somebody from that PR firm told them, just go out there and talk to the world like everybody's stupid.
Like you're talking to kindergartners.
Like you're talking to the dumbest people on earth.
Actually, kindergartners have enough sense to be like, I don't know, that feels wrong.
Yeah.
Like they would just
Yes.
like, I don't think that's white.
Yes.
Like, they would just be like, I'm not so sure here. But having a kindergartner myself, now going into first grade, I can attest that it's not that easy to sway them.
No.
So they're talking to us like, yes, the dumbest people on the planet, or like children, or I don't even know who, but this is what Kirby Hocutt, who is the director of athletics at Texas Tech University, he said, I'm not going to read this whole statement, but I'll give you pieces.
Or should you?
He said, I've watched the reaction to Monday's court ruling with great respect for my colleagues across college athletics. BS. I have great respect. We're all going
Do
through
you?
it. No, he doesn't. He doesn't, because he's about to insult your intelligence right here. First point he makes, Brendan Sorsby has not played a single down of college football as a Red Raider. He's going to miss the first 2 games of the year. And then he says, what happens after that will depend in no small part on how his recovery continues to progress. Okay. So you think we're going to believe you that after this by the way, his lawyers asked for a 2-game suspension and the judge granted it. So this is their own self-imposed punishment for him. You're telling me that after those first 2 games, you're going to go, well, we don't think he's far along in his treatment, so no, he's still week to week, and honestly, he's not even with the team right now. And he actually went back to rehab, because it's still. You're telling me with a straight face, you think anyone's going to believe you? You don't. I don't want to bet on anything because that feels like spiritually wrong in this moment. But I'm just saying, if I could, I feel like I would bet a mortgage payment that he's going to play week 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Barring a judge stopping it, as long as there's no legal ruling that stops him from playing, he'll magically be good enough and in a right place with his recovery to take the next steps and play college football in week 3. Don't we all think that? Okay.
Yes.
So that's a number 1 insult to intelligence. He said, Texas Tech is not party to Brendan's lawsuit. We didn't file it. We didn't fund it. Okay.
This part is hilarious to me.
Did you or did you not give this man $6 million or whatever it is to transfer? No, you may not have walked to the lawyer's office and written the check with a Texas Tech letterhead, but you gave this man all this money.
Sure.
He's part of your program, and that just so happened to find a lawyer who was really good at defending this.
That's the other part for me is he's part of your program. And so at bare minimum, you have enabled that, probably more so encouraged it. You as an AD have the opportunity to be like, listen, You got to take your lumps here. You did what you did. Like, we'll keep you around. We'll have you insulated. We'll give you treatment, but you're not going to do this. And if you decide that you want to pursue legal recourse, we can't have you on the team. So just by letting him do what he did, like, that is an endorsement, whether you paid for it or not. By the way, we're going to get to this in a minute, but Texas Tech is like, well, if the Big 12 tries to do something, we're going to sue. And guess which lawyer they have hired? Which lawyer they're using?
Which lawyer is that?
Brendan Sorsby's lawyer, the same damn guy.
Oh, that's shocking. I didn't know that. Wow. So just an incredible coincidence. They're not party to the lawsuit. They didn't fund it. They just did happen to hire the same lawyer. Sure. Then Kirby Hocutt wants to lecture us about integrity. He said, I've heard the word integrity used a great deal in the last 48 hours. As someone who's dedicated his career to college sports, I, too, believe integrity is central to our industry's success. And then he goes on to say, but also we have to look out for the young man who's addicted to things. We can't, those two things don't have to be in conflict.
Right.
First of all, Kobe Hercutt and Kirby Hocutt.
Yes.
Goofy ass name. This guy was there at Miami when Nevin Shapiro was running wild. So don't talk to me about integrity, number one. Go look that up. Also, he's had multiple coaches on his watch at Texas Tech that he has hired and then has had to later fire because people who play for those coaches have said, yeah, they created an environment that was hostile, threatening, did inappropriate things. And then he's had not just with basketball, football, though there have been those, he's also had to do it with, I think, like the softball program, the tennis program. Like, he has had a problem with integrity at his school and hiring people who have it to be a part of it. So don't lecture us on that. One of my favorite things go ahead. Sorry.
Was this a portion where he also said that, Brendan sought treatment as if he did it like before he got caught and was exposed for having placed these wagers? Like he just had some moment, the light bulb went off in his head and he was like, you know what? I need to be better.
Yeah.
Like he didn't get caught.
No, of course. It's not. The literal line is the integrity of how we treat a 22-year-old who sought help, entered residential treatment, and is working every day toward recovery.
Sought help.
Yeah. Okay. He also brings up the fact that he has two sons, and how would I want my sons to be treated? And it's like, dude, no one said drag this guy out to a guillotine and drop the lever. They said this guy can't play college sports when he bet on college sports.
All right.
I feel like I'm going insane.
Let's have that part of the conversation, because I think that this PR firm or the communications person in the athletic department has sent out talking points to all of the Texas Tech bloggers, because they're on my timeline right now, which is pissing me off.
Well, yeah, you do a lot of college football, so I'm sure you got everybody in there.
So one of the things that they keep saying is, well, did you just expect them to cut this kid loose instead of keeping him a part of the support system? And we're acting like him being a part of the support system means that he needs to be eligible to play in games. Those two things do not have to happen at the same time. He can go to meetings. He can be in practices. He can be in the locker room around his team. He can go to tutoring. He can go to whatever counseling he needs on campus. And he can also be ineligible.
Yes, he can be. He does. You can still stay on scholarship and play and be a part of the university and all that stuff while not playing football, while not calling into question the direct results of all the games he's in. Every one of his games should have an asterisk next to it.
Agree.
Because I don't know that I believe that a 30-day program for a guy who placed $90,000 worth of sports bets, some of which were on his own team, some of which were against his team's positive results, like unders and yardage totals, unders, stuff like that, does call into question, will he relapse? I don't know about you, if you've ever met anybody who's addicted to anything.
Yeah.
They don't always have a linear path to the ultimate end goal.
Right.
So if his whole thing is, man, I have trouble. Like, when I pick up my phone, I go to, like, a social media app. I go to my photos. I go to my messages. And I may occasionally hit that gambling app and go, what's the line look like for tonight's game?
Mm-hmm.
If that man, every time he picks up the phone, is like, and like can't stop hitting DraftKings, then he's got a problem.
Yeah.
So the question should be, is he allowed to have his phone right now? Not, well, I think you should be starting quarterback for a team. If he's that addicted to gambling, why in the world would you put him next to sports where there's going to be all this temptation and information there? Like, I don't even understand how you can act like a 30-day program is like, oh, yeah, he's fixed, he's cured, and he's definitely playing for us.
I mean, to that point, like, not to get too in the weeds on this, but there's also part of it where there were other people that were enabling him to do this. And these were people that he sent money to, or like they opened up accounts so he could place. So what's his relationship like with them? Who are these people? Like, was one of these people his parents? And this is pure speculation.
We don't know who they are. Right.
But like, if he's still talking to those people and like that, this is to the point that you're trying to make. It's a very complicated thing to just think that we're past this.
Oh, yeah. Like, it feels like the moment he said, I'm entering rehab, Texas Tech was like, well, there we go.
He's good.
He's getting fixed. So we're like, you took a car to the dealer to get the muffler replaced.
Right. It doesn't do it for me.
No, like the whole notion, there's to all of this, there's no transparency. There's no process. We're showing you why we think this guy has
why there's no process? Because this has never been allowed. That's why there isn't a process. Let's think about that. Oh, there's no process because it's not supposed to happen.
Dude, my problem, I think, as much as anything, is not that Brendan Sorsby might be getting away with playing football when others haven't. It's not that. It's the fact that I feel like almost nothing in the world makes sense. And now, whenever I look for things that I thought I knew to be true, I am sometimes and often disappointed. College football is one of those things where, like, yes, that's been in major upheaval too. Things have changed, some of which I like, some of which I don't, but whatever, we move and we keep watching.
Yeah, but
this is one where it's like,
I know.
If you take this away, I don't know that you have a sport.
And everything that we have questioned about how normal is this, and this doesn't feel right, we have just let it slide and normalized it. And I don't want this to be a thing that we now normalize.
No.
We've done that too much already.
Yeah, absolutely right. Hey, speaking of, this guy played at Texas Tech, right? Pat Mahomes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he just got paid yesterday. Hopefully he's not gambling with it. I don't think. There's no reason to believe that, but we'll tell you how much money he's getting next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Still noticing one crash on our roads, and it's happening on 315 northbound at the heart of downtown, just as you're passing 71 and 70, that really busy intersection. Expect some slowdowns and those lane closures out there. Looking at some backups as far back as 71 and Frank Road. That's a couple exits away, folks. For that detour, just getting off 71, taking Frank Road instead to 23 northbound. That's a great option for you. Get you back going westbound on 70 and eventually heading northbound on 315. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Before you hit the grill this weekend, ask yourself one question. Does this need Paisano peppers? Burgers? Yep. Sausage? Absolutely. Pizza? You better believe it. Paisano peppers, authentic, additive-free peppers, add the perfect kick to any dish. The only thing we don't recommend putting them on is your ice cream. And honestly, somebody's probably doing that too. Find Paisano peppers at local retailers across Central Ohio and taste what your food's been missing. Paisano peppers, because bland is boring.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Tyvis here for Tri-State Men's Health. If you're wondering where I've been, my wife and I just welcomed a baby boy, and we're loving every minute of it. The only challenge? Sleep has become a pretty rare commodity. With all those late nights, it's nice to know I don't have to worry about my performance and confidence when it comes to my relationship. That's where Tri-State Men's Health has made a real difference for me. Just because you're getting older doesn't mean you have to feel like it. If your energy is low, sleep is off, weight won't budge, your mind feels foggy, and your sex drive isn't what it used to be, it's time to switch things up. Guys, low testosterone has become something men younger and younger are experiencing. Maybe your game isn't quite what it used to be. Less energy, less drive, not feeling like yourself. You deserve to feel your best. Be strong in the gym during your workout. Feel more driven at work, and even better in the bedroom. Don't ignore the signs. Call today and take the first step towards feeling better again. 800-900-9654. Visit tristatemenshealth.com.
Buckeye Nation, get game day ready. Score up to 60% off official team shop items during Buckeye Nation days. Today is your last chance to gear up with the best deals of the season. Log on to GoBuckeyes.com today.
Truck drivers, looking for a driving job that delivers the reliability you need? For 35 years, Schneider's Intermodal driving jobs have given drivers like you the stability they deserve. Schneider's Intermodal drivers enjoy drop and hook freight, competitive pay, and well-maintained company-owned containers and chassis. Plus, drivers enjoy frequent time at home, typically daily or multiple times per week. If Intermodal isn't the right fit for you, Schneider also has dedicated tanker and van truckload jobs. Find your intermodal driving job at schneiderjobs.com.
Craving the O? Now it comes to you. For loyal fans, the O on Lane is now offering the O on the Go catering delivery. Perfect for the office or any group. Order boxed lunches or group catering right now at theoonlane.com. The O on the Go, delivered fresh, delivered easy.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you something. When's the last time a contractor did exactly what they said they would? On time, on budget, didn't give you any surprises at the end. With Baths R Us, there are no surprises. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. On time, on budget. And here's the difference with Baths R Us. They have local crews, never subcontracted. The people who show up to your door, they're trained Baths R Us employees. They aren't just some random crew that got hired last week and has no idea what they're doing in your home. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space you're proud of, Baths R Us builds it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. 380-225-BATH. That's to call Baths R Us and deal with a company that started right here in Ohio and grew by word of mouth. Because they treat people right. They do what they say they're going to do. 380-225-BATH to call Baths R Us. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Bo Bishop and Dom Taberry. Dom remembers when Bo was a young whippersnapper, and Bo remembers when Dom wasn't part ape.
And then Yolanda one time wanted to wax my knuckles.
Tuesdays with Taberry.
Sponsored by Green & Sons.
Tuesdays at 10:30 on The Fan. The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by KD HVAC, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan. Tyvis is drinking a protein shake for breakfast. T-Bone is eating a protein donut, minus the protein. And it's more than one donut. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
The list coming up at the top of the hour in honor of the World Cup starting up today. The list is top countries in the world. Just countries. We're just going to debate that. Best countries in the world. USA? Find out. I don't know. We'll see. 7 a.m. You get into it with us then. This Texas Tech stuff, one more little clip before we get to how much money Pat Mahomes has. Spoiler alert, more than God, apparently. But Joey McGuire, the head coach for Texas Tech and bumbling idiot, just got up on a stage yesterday afternoon, and was talking about the Brendan Sorsby situation, and it could not have gone worse. This is his defense of Brendan Sorsby and why Texas Tech is still trying to find a way to get him back on the field.
Brendan Sorsby is recovering from an addiction. He's recovering. Like, I've sat down with this young man multiple times, and the things that he is going through and what he's been through is serious. As a society, we've been okay with other things that happens and allowing players to play, and this has been the one thing that has united people that we're against, and it's crazy because it's not murder, it's not beating somebody, so there's a lot of things that we're working through.
I feel like they say that and act like nobody cares when those other things happen. And my timeline typically, and like Georgia's a good example because they got thrown in the mix in this. Anytime one of the Georgia players gets in trouble, like there's a million memes that come out. But then after that, it's like Kirby has a rogue program. Some of these guys at this point should be done because it's happened so many times. Like you'll see those reactions. But the thing, and we mentioned this yesterday, that is the separator in all of this is bad things happen outside of game day, and it's a little bit easier to just memory hole it when you're watching a game. When you are considering somebody who touches the football, every snap their team has the ball, and he has done things that would affect what happens on game day, Yeah, it's probably going to unite some people against the thing that's happening right now, which is this guy can play.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there have been many baseball players who have had scandals, who have had off the field stuff. One of the biggest scandals that gets talked about a lot in baseball, probably still not enough, is the fact the Houston Astros cheated their way to a World Series and never had to pay a punishment for it. People are mad about that because that's on the field affecting the integrity of the game. It is on par to me with gambling on sports. It is affecting the integrity of the game. Now, as far as the off the field stuff goes, I don't think you will find someone who is more loudly vocal about, I don't care if the guy is the best player in the world. If he does crap off the field, like assaulting people.
I'm with
or murder? Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I think everyone's pretty aligned on murder. Joey McGuire.
Insane. But
you idiot.
The thing that
we're all but I brought this up yesterday. Ray Rice, people were like willing to give him a pass because they didn't know if it happened. They didn't know the severity. Then a video came out
and it was like,
showed exactly what happened.
Send this guy to hell.
And he never played again.
Immediately. Yes.
Rarely do we get that clarity from those type of cases. That's why we don't see this outrage, because there's always did he? Deshaun Watson had 25 women accuse him of stuff. Yeah. And there's lots of people who are like, yeah, but women make up stories. I don't know. And the people say that BS and they excuse it away. Deshaun Watson should not be playing for the Browns. He shouldn't be playing in the NFL, in my opinion. I don't root for the guy. Now, if we want to go down that road about who we should root for or not, we can have that all day. Your guy is not being accused of something. It was found out, proven, admitted, investigated. It's all there.
Yes.
There's no denying this occurred, and you're trying to say, well, we let other guys do stuff. We don't if we know they did it 100%.
And
we don't.
Once again, like the whole, guys kill people thing. It's hyperbolic purposefully, because everything that you have seen that comes out now, whether it is Joey McGuire, whether it was Cody Campbell on Dan Dockich's show, which if you can watch that, more power to you. And the AD from Texas Tech, they're trying to make Brendan Sorsby into some sort of sympathetic figure. Like, they want you to feel like he is a victim in this, which is so far away from the ethos of West Texas people anyway, which is hilarious to me. He's not a victim. He's not. If anything, he is the dude who did the thing, said I did the thing, and then will not serve the punishment. There is no world where this man is a victim, regardless of how much they try to make you feel like he is.
Yeah, it's an insane line of thinking. Their entire PR strategy essentially is, we're helping a child who also is addicted to something. Don't you support that? Also, hey, he didn't murder anybody, so why are you mad? Third, we'll sue you if you don't want to play us. That was the thing that Cody Campbell said, is we're lawyered up, ready to go. And Kirby Hoka, too. We will sue you if you don't play us.
Did you see where he was like, well, Penn State, nobody wanted to boycott playing them. Oh my! And then Dan with a great follow-up is basically like, well, why do you think that they're coming after you like this? And he was like, because they don't want us to be good. And I think the answer is actually, well, they punished Penn State, where everybody who was associated that was gone. They were in hell as a program to when we played them, they had walk-ons that were starting because they had like 50 scholarships. And you guys are just getting off scot-free. Shout out to my man, Scott. That is insane. The reason people are on you is because you're not being punished.
Dude, like literally Cody Campbell does not realize that in this scenario. Like,
I hate that, man.
Remember, was it Franco Harris? Wasn't he the guy that was like big, like at Penn State? Was there like Joe Paterno is getting railroaded and this is wrong, that he's getting blamed for Jerry Sandusky stuff? And like he was walking, one of the former players was walking around with like a Joe Paterno cardboard cutout. Like, he looked like a clown.
Yes.
The rest of the world was like, things are bad in Happy Valley. And the Penn Staters were like, actually, they're great. I don't know why everybody's bad, except for Jerry was bad. But, yeah, everybody who covered for him is fine. It's like, no, it wasn't. And now Texas Tech, you're the only ones who are defending this guy. You're the only ones. Everyone else in the world is like, yes, probably this guy probably shouldn't play.
By the way, is you remember when Greg Schiano was about to get the Tennessee job?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, he was a grad assistant. back when Jerry Sandusky was coaching, and he may or may not have seen something happen that we can't prove at all. And Clay Travis and a whole bunch of other people got on the internet and were like, they should never hire him. To act like you could even make a comparison to the fallout from that versus Brendan cheated and he's still playing is the wildest thing I have ever heard in my life.
It's so
I wanted to bring
insane.
up Penn State on Tuesday, and I decided not to when I said every school should just fight any penalties they get. Maybe Penn State should have did the same thing. That's the equivalent.
Sure.
If they were like, you know what, we don't want any of these penalties. All that stuff. It happened in the past. Don't give us any sanctions.
Right.
Don't take away any wins.
We fired the guy who did the stuff. What do you care that maybe everybody here actively covered it up for 30 years? What do you care? What do you care that Jerry Sandusky wrote a book about his work with children called Touched? Like, that's the book he wrote, and everybody knew it, and everybody saw it, and no one did anything.
These people be hiding in plain sight, man. Like, this is...
And you're comparing...
Yeah, I know. That's my whole point.
It's mind-boggling that
The
Texas
PR
Tech is
approach.
like, why can't we do a Penn State? Why can't we defend a guy like they did? It's like, how'd that go for them? Everyone thought Penn State was Looney Tunes when they did that. Now you guys are like, please consider us complete clowns. We want to be clowns like them. There's no comparing what Brandon Sorsby did to obviously the horrific stuff that Penn State. We're not making those comparisons.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
No,
I'm
this
Will
is
Ferrell. I'm losing my mind, and it's 6:56 in the morning. We're late. All right. Pat Mahomes got paid $1 billion. He's the third richest player in all of sports behind Shohei Ohtani and Juan Soto, who's also garbage. Soto is, not the other two guys. Anyway. All right. The list is coming up next. Best countries in the world. I don't know if America's going to make it at this point with stupid Texas Tech being here. We'll get to that next. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning to our north side drivers from Powell, Worthington, even parts of Westerville. Your roads are looking fantastic on this Thursday. 270 in both directions, 23 northbound, even 315 as you're heading downtown in that southbound direction. For our friends on that western outer belt too, looking great. 270, only a 6-minute commute between 33 and Roberts Road. I'm 10 TV's Karina Albizu with your fan traffic.
This is This Date in Reds Baseball with team historian Greg Rhodes.
In 1965, the Reds made what most fans still remember as the worst trade in club history, sending Frank Robinson to the Orioles for 2 pitchers and a rookie outfielder. One of those pitchers was Milt Pappas, who the Reds thought would join Jim Maloney to become one of the aces on the Reds staff. Pappas, in fact, had been an all-star in Baltimore and actually had a pretty good major league career. But those 3 seasons in Cincinnati were, so painful. While Robinson was winning the Triple Crown in Baltimore, Pappas struggled with the Reds, and finally, the Milt Pappas experiment ended. He was traded away on this date, this June 11th, 1968, this date in Reds baseball.
This Date in Reds Baseball is brought to you by the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame and Museum, presented by Dinsmore. Celebrating greatness, preserving history, providing inspiration.
Dr. Marta Lavelle of Urbana and Darby Dental Smiles on having First Bank of Central Ohio as a partner.
It has been great working with First Bank of Central Ohio. They helped me achieve a huge goal, becoming a business owner. The bank made it so easy. They helped me through the whole process. It's been great ever since.
Experience what it's like to be first at First Bank of Central Ohio. Visit fbcentralohio.com for more details. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
This 4th of July week, Championship Golf takes center stage in Columbus. From July 2nd through 5th, the 46th U.S. Senior Open Championship comes to Scioto Country Club, where legends of the game meet hallowed grounds that don't play favorites. Feel the energy, the tradition, and the pressure of championship golf at its finest. Be there for every moment. Tickets are available now on SeatGeek.
Get your vehicle summer ready at your local AAA Tire and Auto Service. Save $50 on an air conditioning recharge. Offer includes a free electronic multi-point inspection of your vehicle. Terms apply. See store for details. Offer ends June 30th.
The buzz is real at Zoombezi Bay's award-winning conservation tower.
3 all-new water slides, 1 thrilling experience. Make your splash at ZumbiziBay.com.
Hello, I'm Shep.
And I'm Mark.
We're the friendly board-certified entomologists from Rose Pest Solutions.
Let's tackle some spider myths.
I've got one. Spiders will sneak up and bite you at night.
That's a myth. Spiders are not interested in having you as a midnight snack. Okay, I've got one. You swallow spiders while you're sleeping.
Myth. What spider would enter the snore hole of death? But here's a fact. Spiders can be hard to control.
So call the pros from Rose.
Call Rose Pest Solutions today.
800-966-ROSE.
When sudden illness or injury strike, Ohio State offers 3 types of urgent care to meet any of your needs. From traditional urgent care to our specialized orthopedic urgent care for activity-related injuries and advanced urgent care for more serious injury and illness. Our experts treat everything from broken bones to ear infections and colds and flu. Ohio State Urgent Care. This is world-class care.
Say goodbye to car care headaches with Carvenience from Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. For only $49, we'll pick up your vehicle, leave you with a rental, and return it fully serviced and spotless. No more juggling your schedule or wasting hours at the shop. Carvenience lets you focus on what matters, while we take care of all the rest, making life easier. Schedule your service today at HindererMotorCompany.com.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Bring your landscape back to life with an unbeatable deal from Ohio Mulch. 5 bags of premium mulch for just $10. You choose from absolute black, brown, or red to make your flowers pop and your curb appeal shine. Whether you're refreshing flower beds or finishing up that weekend project, Ohio Mulch, they have everything you need to make it look like a pro did it.
Ohio Mulch, landscape supply, cleaner, greener, better.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios, driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. In Game 4 of the NBA Finals, the New York Knicks trailed the San Antonio Spurs by as many as 29 points in the third quarter, but the Knicks stormed back and made the game come down to the final seconds.
Brunson gets it, fires up a 3. Shot no good, the tip, it's gone! It's gone! It's gone! With 1.2 remaining, Knicks take the lead! OG Anunoby, and it's 107-106!
And that was your final score. Knicks now lead the series 3-1. On the diamond, the Guardians got swept by the New York Yankees after losing 8-4 yesterday afternoon. The Reds also lost 5-4 on the road in San Diego. On the ice, Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals on tonight between the Vegas Golden Knights and Carolina Hurricanes with puck drop at 8. That series is tied at 2 games apiece. This update sponsored by TurboTrack Realty. Done with that property? Call John Kozik. He'll buy it today for cash. Call him at 614-470-2000.
All of the hair on their heads is slowly migrating to the lower part of their faces. And cracky. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Some people may be sick of the Texas Tech thing, and I get it. We'll move on. But, one thing I do want to bring up here is this pushback coming from some around college football, mostly Texas Tech fans, saying, what if it was your school? What do you expect them to do at Texas Tech? What if it was here at Ohio State? What if it was Julian Sain accused of this? Heisman hopeful, you got all these national championship aspirations. My answer would be the same as it is with Brendan Sorsby or anybody else.
Right.
Sorry, if this is if all the situational facts were the same, it's just Ohio State. One, I'd be pissed off if Ryan Day and Ross Bjork were out there debasing themselves the way Kirby Hocutt and Joey Chestnut or whatever the hell his name is, Joey McGuire, their dumb head coach, the way these idiots, Cody Campbell, how they're debasing themselves to get this guy eligible. If that was happening here, I'd be embarrassed as an Ohio State fan.
I would be too.
As a former player, I'm sure you have way more skin in it than I do on that.
I'll tell you this much. If it was one of our guys, I'd be sitting here saying the same thing. He's got to go. It's one of those things. The rule is the rule. But and this is what Joey McGuire is going to have I'm curious how that locker room feels right now. I said this last night. I came on the Buckeye show. I did a hit, but I was asked the question, the role of the coach in this situation. And as a coach, one of the things that you preach to your guys is we're going to do the right thing. We're going to do it with integrity, right? You're not going to let your brothers down. You don't make selfish decisions. And if you do, we're going to hold you accountable. And now And now it's like you broke the one rule that across any sport in any league, nobody can break and still play. And the coach is like, well, you didn't kill anybody. Right? So now as a player, I look at you and I say, you're a liar. You're not a man of your word. And everything that you've been telling me is not true. I can't trust you anymore. Right?
Dude.
I don't know if everybody in that locker room would feel. That's how I would feel. Dude, you're a liar.
Ryan Day last year had a quarterback competition that I think a lot of us now look back on and go, yeah, probably not. But at the time, it was like sold as there's a real quarterback competition here. Shouldn't there be a quarterback competition at Texas Tech?
You would think.
Because, because I could see now, like, to your point, if a player gets benched because, like, hey, man, in practice, you weren't given 100% effort, to be like, oh, okay, well, did I murder anybody, coach? Do I lose playing time? Because, I didn't murder anybody. I just didn't do what you asked. I didn't follow all your rules. This guy didn't follow all the rules, but he gets to start over that guy who's been here working. I would think that would cause a little bit of...
It would be a thing for me. Like, now, you're Will Hammond, and Will Hammond, their backup quarterbacks actually played. He probably wasn't expecting to, obviously, this year with Sorsby coming in. But I'd be like, dog, I stayed here first off. After having played here last year when the other starter got hurt. Like, then you bring in a new guy, and I've been good soldier, and now this guy can't even follow rules, and I'm just supposed to sit here and be cool with that?
Here's the reality, too, with Texas Tech. Everything they're doing reeks of desperation. At Ohio State, if they did that, I would be pissed off. I would hope that wouldn't happen. Obviously, I would hope that none of this would have happened, right? But if it did, and they were acting like the way Texas Tech administrators are, I would be pissed off that we're debasing ourselves. But I don't think they would at Ohio State. In part, like the coaches, AD, I don't think would do this. In part because they don't need to.
Right.
Texas Tech cannot miss. Like, they have to keep building to get relevant.
Right.
Ohio State's been relevant for 100 effing years. They will continue to be relevant regardless of one player. Also, Ohio State has a thing called backups who are, like, trusted, who are good. I think there would be a lot of Buckeye fans who wouldn't be put out by if that happened with Ohio State starting quarterback, because they would just be like, that's all right, we got a 5-star waiting in the wings.
Tavian spinning it like in the spring game.
You know that's what it would be. They don't. Texas Tech is desperate to show you they belong. That's why they're acting like this.
There's no way Ohio State could get away with this either. And part of the reason, but the profile too, right? Like we're over here like, oh man, the integrity of the games, and like we're gonna be looking at Texas Tech. Those are Big 12 games that they're probably gonna be favored in regardless.
Yeah.
Right. Ohio State is playing in the high profile of the high profile games every single year. The outcry in college football would be 10 times louder than it is right now, and it's pretty damn loud.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah. That's the whole thing. They're all coming after us. Could you imagine if it was a program anybody actually gave a rip about? Oh, my God. If it was Alabama?
If it was Alabama?
What? You have no idea. That was stupid.
The worst, and sometimes even the dumbest. It's all here on the list.
Sponsored by Baths R Us. Go to bathsrus.com to schedule your free estimate. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
All right, the list today. In honor of the World Cup, the best countries in the world. That's it. That's the however you want to determine that. Whether, you can go with vibes, you can go with food, you can go with maybe you enjoy their geopolitical underpinnings. I don't know. Whatever it is. But first and foremost, obviously, we got to talk about it. Best countries in the world, United States. You know what? I've been there, done that. I've been here. I lived here my whole life. I'm good. I don't need to put them on my list. I'm from here.
I'm a little bit jaded with the weaponization of the judicial system right now, so I could take it or leave it for the moment.
Honestly, though, I will say, all the World Cup people coming in
hilarious,
and enjoying Buc-ee's and Waffle House for the first time, good for them.
The Waffle House people, those are my people. Like, I will meet you wherever you're at, and we could go together.
Yeah, I'm good with that being what you think of the United States. Please ignore all the other stuff. Please ignore the rest of it. Take home with you Waffle House and some national parks, and yeah, that's good. But as far as best countries in the world, I'm going to throw a few names out there. You guys tell me what you think. I'm nominating Brazil because Brazil has lots of trees. I'm a big fan of trees. They have the Amazon rainforest, last I checked, like the largest ecosystem in the world, I think. They have Carnival, huge party.
They got BBLs.
They do have they got a lot of BBL. They got that. And then lunatic fringe soccer fans. I feel like that I'm going to take that into account as a positive because I mean, now I don't support them like going all the way to where the ends of some of those lunatic soccer fans go.
Well, yeah.
But I support the fact they have standards for their sports team. So I'm going to nominate Brazil. Do we think Brazil? Do we like Brazil based on vibes when we look at them?
Yeah, I would say so. Food feels like it would be a win there. As you mentioned, plenty of things to do from a tourism standpoint. I think the vibes would be kind of high. I'm in for it.
Give me a country that you would throw out there.
All right, so I'm going to throw out Scotland.
Scotland?
Never been, but if you like golf and you like scotch, seems like a fun trip.
These are things you like.
So I think I would go there. I would have a good time. Not saying that's somewhere I'd want to move, but
I've never
from a
been
tourism
either.
standpoint, I'm here for it.
If you like a castle,
yeah.
If you like people,
some good history.
If you like, what I enjoy is when you go to a country where people are actually speaking a version of English and it cannot be understood. Like that is also Scotland very high on that.
This is a story for a different segment. I watched this British woman do a food ranking. I'll tell it in another segment. It was crazy.
Well, that's good. But you got castles. You got people you can't. This Scotland. Okay.
Yep.
Dylan, are you on board with Scotland?
That's how I feel about Scotland.
Damn,
Dylan says no. Dylan's not in on Scotland. All right. What throws you? The kilts? Not a fan of the kilts?
The weather doesn't seem like.
Weather would be a negative for me. I agree with you on that.
Grow up,
Dylan. What's one of your countries that you would?
For me, I'm not from there, but my family, as I refer to it as the motherland, Puerto Rico. It's like you get all the pros of being a part of the United States and none of the cons. Like,
well, I mean, you do get the con of like you can't vote, so like you have that. Yeah, what is the status of Puerto Rico? Like it's a territory, right? It's a U.S. territory. So do we even count that as another country? I feel like if I went to Puerto Rico looking like me and were like, yeah, you're not from America, you're from another country, they would be like, that's wrong. That's not correct. You saying that feels incorrect, Dylan. I'm not sure. I don't know the answer on that.
I mean, it's not a state.
No, it's not a state, but it's a territory. I don't know all right, fine. We'll
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, fine. Well, I just want to not get the heat for that. If that's wrong, I don't want it to be like T-Bone said Puerto Rico is a different country. I did not.
Well, I'm Puerto Rican, and I said it is. So.
There you go.
There you go.
Good. I'm going to throw out Japan because they have bullet trains, sushi, which I love, and public restrooms with heated seats and bidets. They take their public restrooms seriously in Japan.
I feel like we're the only people that don't do bidets generally, which is a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, I've never tried a bidet, but I'd like it as an option if I went to a public restroom. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't want to mess it up. Like that would be, I don't know how intimate the bidet gets. Well, like in a public restroom, maybe that would be bad. But heated seats, I'm here for. That's not bad.
The heated seats will make your ass sweat though if you got to take a big dumper. So
I'm putting Japan. The bullet trains, though. Could you imagine, like, you go to work and you go 200 miles an hour? Like, I would ride a NASCAR to work. That'd be awesome.
Let me be Dylan here for a sec.
Okay.
I think I would be so out of place in Japan.
Well,
because
fair.
I'm dark and tall. And I think everybody would just stare at me.
See, this is why we're having this discussion, to learn things.
I'd like to make a trip there one day. I don't know how comfortable I'd feel.
Okay, that's entirely fair. Dylan, how do you feel about Japan? Can we put them on the list as best countries in the world or no?
Yes, it's supposedly really clean there, and I would mess with the cuisine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the cuisine is a big factor for me, of course.
Basically, when I travel, I'm thinking weather and food. That's it. I'm a simpleton.
I do also feel bad we dropped like 2 nuclear warheads on their country. I do feel like we owe them putting them on our best list, given that we kind of like that was a rough deal. I mean, that was a rough time. I'm also going to throw Egypt on there for the pyramids. My buddy Sam Fahmy is from Egypt, so if they didn't exist, he wouldn't exist, so that would be bad. And baby Jesus. When King Herod was looking for baby Jesus, trying to kill him, where'd they hide out? Egypt. There you go. See? Egypt stays on the list.
I'd go for Egypt as well. Seems like it'd be a fun trip.
I want to travel to Egypt. They apparently have a Taco Bell within view of the pyramids, where you can like go to Taco Bell and look out your window and see the pyramids.
Do they have a different menu there? Like, McDonald's.
I'm up for that.
They've got different menus depending on where they're at?
Yes, and I've long said McDonald's should have a international slide on their menu that's just like, this is what the people in Denmark
that's how
are getting.
It is in Chicago at the...
Yes. I want to go. Yeah. Yes, I need to go.
The one in the West Loop.
Because they have, that's where the headquarters is, right? And you can go in there.
I live right down the street from it.
Did you go? Did you go often?
Not often, but
I would have
we
been there
went
every
enough.
day. I would have been there every day. All right, more of the list coming up. Also, Deshaun Watson spoke to the media, and he asked how he feels about the fans in Cleveland. You will hear his answer next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Thursday. Boys, some much better news for our friends traveling from the south side up towards downtown. We actually had a crash that just cleared up on 315 in that northbound direction just as you pass 70 and 71. All lanes officially back open. Here's the thing. We are still seeing lingering traffic out there, about 32 miles per hour when it comes to your speeds. It's about a 6-minute delay so far for you. Backups towards Frank Road. If you can, just get off and take 62 to head downtown. That would be great. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
I have a buddy who's going to be popping the question soon. He's planning everything out. He asked me, can you help me out with the ring? I said, of course I can. I've got a guy, Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Now you talk, Bob.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace. I'm your guy.
Go in, see my friends at Worthington Jewelers, tell them I sent you, and you'll get the true VIP experience.
I'll treat them better than I treat you.
That's not hard. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged. And tell them Common Man sent you.
Hey there, Bo Bishop here. Tired of the same old routine? It's time to escape with an RV from RCD RV. Motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, they've got them all. Shop hundreds of RVs in stock today. 3 locations in Central Ohio to serve you, or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
No! USA is up 2-0. That is the most dangerous lead in soccer.
Relax, Mike.
See that, Dan? My left eye is twitching. That's my warning eye. It'll be 2-2 by stoppage time. It's never wrong.
With early payout from Bet365, I got paid the second they went up 2 goals. So to me, it's now the safest lead.
Early payout from Bet365, huh? Now my right eye is twitching, Dan.
Bet365. Winning is everything. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T's and C's apply. In-app only.
Ready to move? Open an Ohio Homebuyer Plus account at CME Federal Credit Union and earn 6.5% APY for up to 5 years. Ready to buy? Lock in a 5/1 ARM mortgage at just 5% APR. Learn more at cmefcu.org.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Did you know you can save up to $35 on your next fill-up? Redeem your points for big savings at the pump. Exclusions apply. See site for details. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Welcome back to What Is That Thing? Today our guest is
Dr. Melvin Parsbrucker. I invented the sump pump.
Ah, the sump pump. I've heard Apex pros talk about those.
Yes, the pros who knows are true experts in sump pumpology.
So, doctor, what is that thing?
You see, a sump pump is a device designed to pump out sump.
Sump?
For the pump.
You say the pump pumps?
Sump.
Sump. And what exactly is sump?
It's what gets pumped.
I want to be sure I'm hearing you right. Sump?
Sump.
And that's what gets
pumped. Look, maybe Apex Pros can explain it at your level.
Well, Apex Pro says some pumps are made to keep groundwater from accumulating and flooding your basement, especially this time of year with the big spring rains and the uniquely shallow water table in and around Franklin County. A simple sump pump can protect your home from tens of thousands of dollars in damage.
It's made to sump the pump.
Of course.
No doubt about it. Columbus loves Apex Pros. The pros who knows. ApexPros.com.
Feeling stressed or overwhelmed? Not sure how to get the mental health help you need? We've got your back. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442. We'll help you figure out what mental health benefits may be in your health plan. No more confusion, just the support you deserve. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442.
Hey, I'm Ruben. My band and I have a new song we're getting ready to record this weekend. I'm also a tow truck driver. When you move over and slow down, you're not only giving me room to work, you're making sure I get to go home at the end of the day and see my bandmates.
Roadside workers have lives and families, but when they're on the job, they put it all on the line to protect and serve us. When you see flashing lights, remember, they're not just roadside workers. Thank you for moving over and slowing down.
Nothing feels better on a hot summer day than coming home to a nice air-conditioned house. If your AC is on the fritz, don't sweat it. Call the pros at the Waterworks Heating and Cooling. We service all makes and models and can provide great savings on a Lennox home comfort system that delivers that perfect feeling. The Waterworks Heating and Cooling Services. Call us at 614-232-2222 and schedule fast service today. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results.
If only there was a radio show that constantly talked about Ohio State athletics. Well, good news. It's real, baby. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Could see a few stray showers or storms this morning, otherwise partly cloudy and mild and muggy with wake-up temperatures in the 70s. For today, expect a chance of showers and storms later in the day, otherwise a mix of sun and clouds throughout the afternoon, breezy winds, and highs topping out right around 90 degrees, so make sure you have ways to stay cool. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
There's nothing Bo Bishop can't do well, except find competent co-hosts. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan. Tyvis says that in all his years being in football locker rooms, he never once looked at another man's junk. He cannot say the same thing about working at this radio station. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Our list today was best countries in the world. Chris tweeted us his list. He said, best countries in the world. Number 1, USA. All right. Number 2, Canada. Number 3, Jamaica. Number 4, Bahamas. Number 5, England. He says, I've been to Bahamas, Jamaica, and Canada. Apparently not to the U.S. or England, for whatever that's worth. But I just thank you, Chris, for your list. I appreciate that.
I'm not trying to be rude to Canada as a neighbor.
Oh?
That feels high.
2 is interesting.
That's aggressively high.
I have been to Toronto. I've been into Canada a few times.
I don't like the way people in Toronto speak.
What is that?
I don't like their slang. I don't like their accents.
I don't know the slang.
They'll be like, you cheesed me, bruv.
Oh, is there a little bit of the British thing going on?
It's this weird, like, they've got, like, Canadian. They've got, like, a little French. They've got a little bit of a British thing. Like, you know, Canada got a whole bunch of stuff going on up there just historically. But, like, you get, like, this weird amalgamation of all kinds of, and I don't like it, and I don't like their actual, like, slang terminology.
Well, I mean, look, I don't think I'm breaking any news about Canada. The
whites are good.
Right, there's a lot, right? Like, it's kind of the whole, I mean, that's where hockey is, like, we get it. But I'm just saying, it's a little bit, Toronto at least has that it's an international city. I've never been to Montreal.
What does that mean exactly?
Oh, what it means? Here, I'll tell you what it means. 2 things I know about Toronto, because I went once with a bunch of crew fans, and we actually get to stay in the Rogers Center, the Sky Dome. We stayed there in those hotel rooms that are above the baseball field. That's where I got to stay. Coolest hotel room I've ever stayed in. But I went down to the lobby, and they had a sign there that was like, here's what you can pay, like at the little cafe they had. You could pay in, like, obviously Canadian dollars, U.S. dollars, British pounds, French dollars, and I forget, there was another, like, German money, or like, they were like, we will change your money into whatever. We will take any of these currencies, and we will change the money that you have, if it's not one of these, into one of these so you can pay. So that's when I realized, oh, okay, this is like a real international city. I presume in New York you would run into places that would do that too, right? You know, like
New York, they're like, you better have that Amex, because we could definitely change currency on that bad boy.
That's what I was going to say. Who cares? Everyone's tapping their card.
This was 20 years ago, Dylan. I'm not saying it was like yesterday. I'm saying, like, that was one thing I learned. The other thing I learned, because buddies of mine went to a strip club and they said, oh yeah, here it's very different. And I said, how so? And then they proceeded to describe to me in graphic detail, which I cannot share here, how different it was. And I realized Canadian strip clubs are built different.
Well, the reason why I even asked you the question is, like, what makes it an international city? Because that's, like, the only city that I ever hear that term used with is, oh, Toronto, city. It's an international city. Like, that's the way people try to sell Toronto. It's like, I don't know what that actually means.
I think it means if you live there, you get credit of, like, oh, that's like saying you live in London or you lived in Beijing, or it's like Toronto's a city of the world. It's not just like, yes, it's in Canada, but it kind of belongs. New York City's an international city,
different
right?
Mix of people. Like, again, you mentioned it, but you got like the whole French thing going on, but there's a little British, and then there's like a Caribbean thing going on there too. Like, it's a blend of many things.
Yeah. I need to go back and visit Toronto because the time I went was to go watch a Crew game where the Crew tied Toronto, but they won a trophy. It was very good. We got to celebrate in front of the Canadian fans. It was fun. But that's the only time I've been, and I didn't get out and experience the city. I need to go check it out. I also want to go to Vancouver. I've heard that place is awesome.
Yeah.
I've never been, but that is another place I'd like to check out. Deshaun Watson, he was asked by Mary Kay Cabot about the fact that the last time, this is the question she apparently asked him, last time he played for the Browns, he was booed by some fans while down with his Achilles injury. How does he deal with some fans still not supporting him? Here is what Deshaun Watson said.
At the end of the day, I can't control what, people support. I think that's their own opinions. I think that all I can do is just put out the best person I am, showcase who I am as a person, as a player, as a teammate, and what I represent as an individual. So outside of that, I can't focus on, what the outside is saying or what they, I have no control over that other than just putting out the best, product that I can put out as a person and as a player.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay. When is that going to happen?
What I represent as an individual. That line stands out.
It does stand out, right? Also, when are we going to get the best version of me as a player and as a person? Because I haven't seen that yet. Either one.
Yes.
I definitely haven't seen it as a player. I don't know about the person. What I've seen with the person is a guy who re-injured his Achilles while he was trying to come back. I mean, I don't know if that's a person thing, but I don't know what he is as a person because he's been largely bad as a player, but whatever. Good news. I've said this before. Browns fans, if you were worried about it, Deshaun Watson forgives you. This has been the overarching message of the offseason from the Browns has been Deshaun Watson's okay that you booed him. When have we ever cared about that? You sucked, bro. That's why they were mad at you. Now, booing you or cheering when you got injured, clearly for some people that's crossing a line, whatever. The point here is that if Deshaun Watson thinks highly of Browns fans or not, won't matter. Go out and play well. More Browns fans will be accepting of him. I won't be one of them.
I was going to say,
but lots of Browns fans will be.
I think by this point, you've made a decision on how accepting you're willing to be.
Yes.
Right? The people who booed when he got hurt or cheered or whatever you want to call it.
However you want to hear it.
When he got hurt, I don't think any of those people, if he would have played well, would have been happy that he played well. I think they would have been happy that the money that the Browns spent on him wasn't going to waste. But I don't think they would have ever been oh, this is my quarterback.
No, I think there will be some that would accept him. But I'm with you that
I think they've made their mind up.
There would be a lot of people, you're right, who would just say, well, at least this wasn't a complete waste of money. But yeah, there's still going to be a lot of Browns fans that if he plays well this year, if he comes out and throws 3 touchdowns, 300 yards, no picks, and they win their first game, if he is the starter, there will be people that are like, that's my quarterback, ride or die, always been there for him, love this dude. And then if he has a second and third game, those voices will get louder. Mm-hmm. I don't know that means that it's suddenly he's been embraced by Browns fans. It just means that Browns fans are desperate to see anything resembling success.
When I knew that Deshaun Watson didn't care about Browns fans, when the Browns tried to trade for him and he said, nah, I would rather not. And then they said, how about $250 million guaranteed dollars? And he said, yeah, sure, I'll come there. That's when I knew he didn't care. At that point, he doesn't care about anything except for that bag he got.
That's the only reason he's ever cared about Cleveland, and the fact that they gave him a shot when, he was staring down an 11-game suspension, as it turned out. The Browns took the money that they knew he was going to lose from playing. They converted it to a signing bonus. That has screwed them over with the cap. That is why they keep having to restructure his deal.
Are you okay?
They did it all to skirt the rules because no one cares about the damn rules.
Are you okay?
I want it to make sense for once. I just want sports to make sense.
You are going to drive yourself crazy. I'm watching him unravel.
I know.
Joshua's goal is for you to denounce your Browns fandom before Tyvis
I know
comes
you do.
back
I know you do.
That's
you want that.
That's his mission.
You've made that clear that it's a choice.
Listen, I could never be desperate over a team. I'm gonna just put it like that. Use the word desperation. Never felt that. Will never feel that. Not for a team. No, thank you.
Good for you. I wish I could get there, but sadly, this somehow gives me meaning in life. Not meaning, but like it gives me something that every day I wake up and go, maybe today it'll be different, and then it's not.
When we go to therapy, we will discuss.
I know
this.
we need to do
this. This is deep.
Are we going to do this like Father of the Bride 2, where they're both in the hospital rooms and the therapist is running in between the two?
This is deep.
Yeah. Time Magazine put out its list of the most influential people in sports. We'll talk about it in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Slowdowns forming yet again for our drivers in New Albany. Really 161 eastbound, passing 62 and closer towards Beach Road, down to 40 miles per hour when it comes to your drive times. At least your interstates are looking a lot better in other parts throughout the metro. That includes 71 northbound between 670 to 270. That's only an 8-minute commute on this Thursday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, it's Austin Ward. Listen to The Beat with Austin and Byrne, now powered by the Waterworks and Header Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Get the latest Buckeye news, insights, and unbeatable analysis every day. Don't miss a moment. Stream The Beat with Austin and Byrne, sponsored by the Waterworks and Header Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Got this. Breathe. You got this. You got this.
In the moments that truly matter, what do? Rise to the occasion. Ohio Health. It's time.
Hey there, Bo Bishop here. Tired of the same old routine? It's time to escape with an RV from RCD RV. Motorhomes, fifth wheels, travel trailers, they've got them all. Shop hundreds of RVs in stock today. 3 locations in Central Ohio to serve you or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
Common Man and Timmy. Voted America's dumbest show by Marconi voters. Common Man is a Columbus radio legend. And by legend, I mean it's a miracle he hasn't been fired yet. And Timmy is, well, Timmy will complain about anything and everything. And he kind of looks like a woman. Giggity, giggity, giggity. So there's that. Common Man and Timmy.
Sponsored by Hinderer Motor Company.
Weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 on The Fan. T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Capital Ford of Columbus. Find your dream ride and get approved fast at capitalfordofcolumbus.com. Both of these men played sports in high school. Only one of them was good at it. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
So earlier we were doing the list. We were going over, best countries, places we'd like to visit. And I mentioned this video I saw on Instagram of this British woman who was ranking traditional British cuisine.
Okay.
And what reminded me of it is you were like, oh, you go to some of these places where they speak English and it's like, oh my God.
You can barely understand.
What kind of English are they speaking?
Like Scottish people, you go to talk to like not a touristy area even, but even if you go to Glasgow, like it's not it's harder to understand people if you're not finely tuned to the Scottish accent. It can be hard to understand people. As we're both English speakers, they might have trouble understanding us. We might have trouble understanding them.
And so to that point, like in Britain, regionally, their accents are so different. It's like going to the South, the deep South in the United States. It would be like, better example, it would be like going into like the swamp in Louisiana. Right?
No, to your point, I mean, the North in England, the North is considered to have a very difficult accent. If you're like, say, from London, you grew up in London, you might have trouble understanding people from just the north of England, let alone if you went up to Scotland.
So this woman was not the worst accent that I've ever heard, but like she spoke fast and she was very difficult to understand. So the video was a little bit off-putting from that standpoint.
Sure.
The thing that was really off-putting was some of these meals that she was ranking and how excited she was about it. So, there was like fish and chips, which, by the way, she ranked 9 out of 10 on this list because, quote unquote, I'm not very fond of fish. I'm not keen on it, is how she described it. Okay.
Well, so out of it, she made a top 10 and put it ninth, you're saying? Okay, not like 9 stars out of 10 stars.
No,
I got you. Yeah,
Ninth out of 10 on her ranking. Now, other things that were ranked higher. There was a chip sandwich, which is French fries on bread. right? Like in between two pieces of bread, you put the French fries. They eat that there.
That's because we whooped them in the Revolutionary War. They were like, I don't know, mate. Put the chips on the bread.
Dude.
Everything's lost. Like they threw it all on there. They don't care.
Beans and toast.
Get out of here.
So it's beans and I looked this up because I was so curious about it. People prefer baked beans like Heinz out of a blue can, and then you just dump it on toast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a meal.
I didn't realize they'll eat them cold.
Yes.
Like
that's gross.
they don't heat them up.
No, they just will dump them
open
on
a cold can,
toast.
a lukewarm can of beans just sitting at room temperature. They'll open it up, dump it on a hot piece of toast and say, "Breakfast, love. How you doing? It's Tuesday."
Even the homeless man in Dennis the Menace found a way to cook his beans.
I mean,
okay.
That's a great reference. And he did. And it's Christopher Lloyd is one of the most disgusting eating scenes I've ever seen in my life. But he does find a way to cook those damn beans, doesn't he? He lit his crotch on fire. All kinds of maladies happened to him. He still got his beans. You're right. Disgusting.
Bangers and mash, which, if you've not heard, it's basically mashed potatoes and sausage. But bangers and mash is a crazy name, first off. And they put sausage with a bunch of stuff over there, which is amazing. And the last one, which was ranked pretty damn high, and the image she used made me want to throw up, was the jacket potato we talked about the other day.
Yeah.
Where you have a potato and beans and cheese and whatever else you want to put on there. I have no idea why anybody would be like, she was so excited when she saw that. Oh, I love a jacket potato. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of a baked potato here, right? Like you get it with a little cheese, a little bacon. You can do other things to it. I love a baked potato. Look at me. I didn't get this way from eating celery. But to have that be the number one thing that your country has, and I'm sure for a lot of British people, it'd be in their top 3 or 4, a jacket potato. Like, I don't think baked potatoes are making most Americans like top 5 food things.
No.
It's a nice side. I think a lot of us enjoy it. Now, tater skins, all that stuff. Yeah, but like, I've never met someone who's like, my favorite food ever is baked potatoes.
But whoever said, all right, let's take this potato, we'll heat it up. That's good. You're great start.
Good. That's what we do with those.
Next thing we're going to do is
eat it raw.
We're going to bust a can of baked beans, throw it on the potatoes. All right. Okay. All right.
I'm out on that.
Then we're going to put cheese on it. Call it a day.
I mean, the cheese part I'm good with, but not with the baked beans.
No.
And not with these room temperature.
Not at all.
Gross. They're not even regular baked beans like we have here. They're like their own version of ass that they get over there. It's disgusting.
They have like Chipotle for jacket potatoes over there. Where you go in fast casual. Yeah, like they'd split that thing open. What do you want on it? Like that is insane.
Now hold on a second. Remove the beans, and if I can pick other things.
Everybody gets the beans though. They're like beans and tuna on top of this thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's extra loser talk.
That's loser talk.
Yeah, that's disgusting. All right. This list, Time Magazine put out, they always do it every year, their 100 most influential people in sports. First thought I have on 100, too many people.
I agree.
There's not 100 most influential. We don't need this. Like that's too many influencers from the world of sports, because if you go through this list, they have it broken down in different categories, right? They have icons. So of the icons, they have LeBron James. Okay. LeBron, I think we can get to. That's fair.
LeBron James.
Lionel Messi, right? If you're not a soccer fan, you know who Lionel Messi is? Pretty influential guy. Mm-hmm. I get that. Roger Goodell, they have on here as very influential. He runs the NFL. It's one of the largest media entities, sports entities in the world, all the above. Even someone like Asia Wilson. Mm-hmm. If you don't know WNBA, you may have heard of her. You probably have heard of her. If you follow sports at all, you probably heard of her. If you know the WNBA, you know how influential she is, right? Then you keep going, and it's people like Lando Norris, F1 driver, influential, yes. I can go with that. Then we have like Eileen Gu, who is the snowboarder from the Olympics. Sorry, I don't know that she's one of the most influential people in the world when it comes to sports. They have the pole vaulter Mondo Duplantis. Most influential. I had to remind myself who he was. Then there's Jordan Stoltz. I don't apparently speed skater. I had to Google. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if we have to Google, and then they have one, Lee Faker Sang-hyuk. That's a guy who plays esports. I had to Google this.
Okay.
Faker is like the gamer tag.
So
I had to Google this, but
may I ask a question here?
Go ahead.
If they would have put these people in a different category that wasn't icons, would you have been more okay with them being on the list? Or is the idea that you have to do like full background research on them enough that they shouldn't be on the 100 most influential people in sports?
I am willing to acknowledge that I don't know clearly everything. I'm very dumb. But my job is to be aware of sports. Like, I'm stupid when it comes to that. I can't tell you the backup or third string guys on every NFL roster. Like, Mina Kimes knows everyone on every NFL roster, right? She's incredibly intelligent when it comes to talking about the NFL. She's one of the best in the business at doing it. I'm just saying, I'm not on that level, but I feel like if you're putting a list of the 100 most influential people in sports, and half of these people I have to Google because I've never heard of them, or if I have heard of them, I've forgotten about them. No, I don't think it's not about what their position is in this list. It's that many of them I don't think are people that many people have heard of. I don't know, like Cherie DeVoe is on this list.
Mm-hmm.
I know who that is. That's the woman who trained the horse that won the Kentucky Derby.
Right.
And just won the one that was this past weekend, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Two of the 3 legs of the Triple Crown.
Yeah. First woman to ever train a horse that won the Kentucky Derby. But I feel like, again, she may have crept into, like, sports fans' instant knowledge of who that is, but she's not someone that I go to my mom and dad and say, who's Cherie DeVoe? They're not going to be like, oh, the horse trainer? Like, she's not a household name yet, but I can understand why they call her influential. But I don't know. You just keep going through this list, and okay, Jack Hughes is on this list because he played in the Olympics, scored the game-winning goal. All right, like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, influential.
Where are you at with Myles Garrett being on this list?
Is he on this list?
Down in the leaders section.
See, there's so many people because I got stuck on like I Show Speed is on this list, and I was like, okay,
I get that though.
I'm out. I'm not of the demo. Like, I'm too old for I Show Speed to be influencing me.
Yes,
you know what I mean. Like,
he is influencing, I think, the way people create and consume content.
Okay, as I go down, like the Michael Rubin, the guy who runs Fanatics, is on this list. Influential in what way? Like, makes everybody pissed off?
Influencing our thoughts about apparel.
How much we hate his product and want him to not
cool parties at the Hamptons.
Sure, I guess. Like, and again, I'm not in this world. I don't know every person, but again, like, I don't even know if I'm saying her name right. Najari Kennedy, softball pitcher for Texas Tech.
Yeah.
There, I know Texas Tech good at softball.
Mm-hmm.
I know they spent lots of money on their softball team.
Did she get a huge NIL?
She might be one of the ones who got the. But like, we're talking the most influential people in sports. I don't know. I feel like we may have this list being too big.
You know who's on the list?
Who's that?
Shams Charania.
Is he really?
Yeah, he is.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That damn announcement on SGA. That's what did it.
Yeah, sure.
That put him over the edge.
Yeah.
Cemented his legacy.
I guess I look at it as the most influential people in sports. If you had the list be LeBron James, Roger Goodell, and then the judge in Lubbock, Texas, I feel like that's probably like more accurate than this list. But
I actually think Steph Curry is more influential to the game of basketball than LeBron.
Okay, you know what? I can hear that.
He's literally changed the way the game's played.
Yeah.
Everyone's just shooting threes now from first grade on, and it's mainly to do with Steph Curry.
Yeah. Let me ask you guys. You guys follow sports? You cover sports. I'm going to drop a name that I know. Carson Hocevar. Do you have any idea what that guy does?
Nope.
Have you ever heard of Carson Hocevar?
Nope.
He's a NASCAR driver. NASCAR gets like 2 million people to watch their races every year, or every week, which is fine. That's not. NASCAR used to have Jeff Gordon, who you've heard of, Dale Earnhardt, who you've heard, like Jimmy Johnson. These guys were influential. Carson Hocevar? Yeah, if you're a NASCAR fan, you know who he is, but this list is dumb, is what I'm saying. They have too many people on this list. Any arguments?
No. I will say, to defend my guy LeBron real quick, I think he's influenced more of the world than Steph Curry has. And LeBron could not have changed the game the way Steph did because there's one LeBron and anybody can shoot.
Yeah. I agree with that.
All right, that's fair.
So that's all I got to say on that.
That's fair. Are people? I don't know. Do people line up for Steph's like new shoe releases when he had them with Under Armour? I know.
I was going to
obviously
say
he's got
not with this Chinese brand.
But the kids, the kids really did love those shoes. They said they were super comfortable.
I know that. Like I know people. I know they are big for like the under 18 crowd. I'm asking if like that's a thing people line up to get them, or it's like they're readily available.
Where's an Under Armour store to line up?
Other than the outlet mall,
I don't know. There's one in the outlet mall.
People are enjoying the NBA Finals. It would appear. We'll give you details next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic
from the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Looking at just 2 spots with some slowdowns so far. It's going to be 71 in that northbound direction. I know as you head downtown, Greenlawn Avenue, that traffic jam out there looking a little bit busier. More cars on the roads as they approach that 315, 70, and 71 splits. Also for our drivers on the east side of Columbus, just passing places like Bryce and Reynoldsburg. You already know, 70 in that westbound direction at Bryce Road, right before you're hitting 270. A little bit slower than usual out there as well. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Everybody thinks they're a great driver. Outlaw Motor Speedway gives you the chance to prove it. Experience professional racing simulators, full motion rigs, and some of the world's iconic tracks right here in Grandview. Race your friends, join a league, or bring the office out for an unforgettable corporate event. And when the checkered flag drops, keep the night going with great food and drinks here or next door at Agave and Rye. Then climb back in the driver's seat and see who's got what it takes. Book your race today at outlawsimracing.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've ever had somebody do work at your house, it's annoying as crap, at least to me, when someone shows up to your house that you never met, you've never worked with, and you didn't hire to do the job. Subcontractors, I understand why they exist, but for me, I want to work with a company that's going to bring people who know what they're doing, who are trained by the company to put their product in. On time, on budget, no surprises at the end. That's what Baths R Us does every single time. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. And the big difference with them, they have local crews. They never sub out the work. The people who show up to your door, they're trained by Baths R Us. They're actually employees of the company, not some random crew they hired last week. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space that you're proud of, they build it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call them today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. Kind of a rare thing these days. Call them today, 380-225-BATH. That's 380-225-BATH. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
You're having trouble raising your arms, climbing stairs. Maybe you can't kneel down, which means you can't play with the kids, golf with the guys, get through a work day without exhausting pain. Hey, it's Bobby, and I'm here to celebrate what you can do. It's exactly what QC Kinetics patients are doing. It's what I did. Not bracing for the next jolt of pain. It's gone. They've moved on. I've moved on. I'm back to my life. You've heard me talk about Dr. Ray Tesner and the team at QC Kinetics and how they've helped me get my knee back together. It was bothering me. I couldn't run, couldn't go do the things that I love to do, like be with my kids, run around outside in the summer and enjoy it. But I didn't have to miss work. There was no surgery. There was no long recovery. And I love running into people who have gone to see them at QC Kinetics and how much better they feel now. Their consultation is totally free. So go there and check out and see if you're a good candidate. Call 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. Or check them out online at qckinetics.com.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. Mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Whether you're repping the orange and brown or shouting "Hoo Day," the ultimate football pilgrimage is closer than you think. Ditch the living room, get the family on the road, and make the short drive to greatness and visit the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. From the backyard to the gridiron, it's the one place where every fan comes together to create new family memories. Make it a weekend to remember and see why Ohio truly is the heart of football. Visit ProFootballHof.com and plan your visit today.
Rothman and Ice.
I can get things done. Go to the store, clean the house, whatever you got to do. Play golf.
Does that count as getting things done?
No.
Rothman and Ice. Weekdays at noon.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus.
The Fan. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Tyvis will put anything in his mouth on a dare. All right, almost anything. No, I stand by my previous statement. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
You were talking about British influencers and food. It reminded me there's a guy in Ireland who is like, he just comments a lot of times on food and different things about living in Ireland or being Irish or whatever. But I remember I follow this dude, and he had the day, because I guess in Ireland, I didn't realize they don't have Taco Bell. They haven't had Taco Bell. Up until September of last year, they got Taco Bell. And this guy, I think his name is Garen, I want to say, but he's just like, we're getting Taco Bell, and he's like so happy about it. And then he goes, and it's kind of like how you've seen the German guy who's here for the World Cup, who's going to all these different food spots. When they got Taco Bell, he's like, oh, I can't believe, and he's talking about quesadillas, and I can't do the Irish accent, but like, no, the content is great because it's like we take Taco Bell for granted. But in Ireland, it's like, we haven't seen this. Dude, we don't have this stuff.
It's wild seeing the European folks over here eating at places that most of us like turn our noses up at. The Waffle House thing, you mentioned Buc-ee's, like people here look at you crazy for eating at a gas station, which is something I love to do. Like these hole in the wall diners that like if you know, but you would never just walk into it, and they're experiencing all of that. And to your point, we're just kind of like, eh.
Well, it's
and that's the greatest thing they've ever tasted because you know what they're eating over there in Europe. I just read you some of the chip sandwich. Like, come on, bro.
The fact, like a chip sandwich being a successful food item in the British Isles, right? The fact that Taco Bell just made inroads to Ireland in the last 12 months. Like, this tells you how far back in the game they are when it comes to flavor. Here, we have multiple places that serve chicken, and we can go to those places and say, I want the regular or the hot. And like, that's a thing that I'm sure in Britain, it's like, we don't even know about that. Like, you're not even getting that.
The imperialism, like looking for spices. And then you did all this conquering to not even learn how to use them. I'm confused here.
Yeah. Their whole thing was like, we brought this spice from India. We had this garment from this other part of the world. We found this dye. We can make indigo now. And it's like, great. You've done nothing with any of it. You've got the blandest culture over in England. Yeah. So whatever.
They make nice. I mean, I like English tailoring. The suits look good over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's really it.
I mean, the soccer culture can be fun. Like the fact that they've got a song for everything. Like I saw one of a few weeks ago, a player had, well, I guess this was probably longer because the season's been over, but a player got a haircut and they were like, who's got a haircut? He's got a haircut. And they had songs for it. And I'm like, this is a guy who's like a backup who is warming up and they're singing about his haircut. He turns around and waves and they're all like, hey, like that's good. They have some culture. We can adopt some things from them, but also like we have gas stations that have 100 pumps. You can go actually, and this is one that is more of an East Coast thing. I don't know if you've experienced it. We have Sheetz now. But soon, I'm told we're getting Wawa.
Oh, Lord.
And let me tell you right now, the Wawa Sheetz battles that have been waged in Pennsylvania are on their way to the Buckeye State. I don't think we're ready for it.
I think the Wawa people are on the wrong side of the battle.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, I don't know, man. Because here's the one thing Wawa has over Sheetz, in my personal opinion. You go into a Wawa in the morning, you don't have to order. You can order a breakfast sandwich, but they have a variety of breakfast sandwiches already assembled, sitting on a warming tray, ready for you to go. And one of the sandwiches they offer, I had it the other week because oddly enough, in Indianapolis, they have Wawa. I was there for the Indy 500, and I get up the next morning after we had gone to the race. They had a mozzarella and pepperoni bagel. Like, the bagel, giant pepperoni slices, mozzarella, gooey and melted. There might even be a little sauce on there. It was essentially like a pizza bagel.
Right.
For breakfast. It was fantastic option.
It's a lot of stuff to be busting your guts down with in the morning.
I mean, some of us are built different, Josh. Was all I'm saying.
And disgusted. I gotta ease into it.
Yeah, who are you, Tyvis Powell?
No, I'm not.
You're going to eat pepperoni at 9 o'clock in the morning. Yes, I am. Because you can eat food anytime you want to.
You can, for sure.
By the way, per Tyvis's recommendation, when I was up in Cleveland on Tuesday, I had myself a po' boy.
I wouldn't do that for a Polish boy.
What'd you think of that?
Oh man, it was good. It was a Polish sausage with fries and barbecue sauce on top. It's supposed to come with coleslaw, but they didn't have any. I could do without the coleslaw though.
Well, that does change the experience a little bit, but yeah.
It was like slaw?
Nah, not a slaw guy.
I can do slaw.
I like slaw.
Slaw's good, and I like it as an accompaniment. I would never just be like, give me all your coleslaw and just a giant bowl of it.
Probably what they do in Britain.
Man, you keep it keeps coming back to them.
They would be raving all these flavors.
Coleslaw and beans.
The fact that ranch was a revelation of these people.
Dude.
That's the most basic sauce we have, and you guys are excited about it. You need to come here more often. There's way more stuff here.
Well, have you heard about when the football teams, for example, will go play in overseas, right? Yeah. NFL's got all these international games, and the equipment managers, part of their deal is they have to make sure they have all of the sauces.
Oh, sure.
Because guys will be like, I want ranch, and it's like, you're going to have to wait until we get back, buddy.
They don't do ranch over here. No. They call them gardens here, right? Instead of, what is it, yards? They go to their, I've got my garden in the back.
Garden.
It's like, okay, sure. There's there's grass there. That's not a garden. ABC and ESPN, largest NBA Finals Game 3 audience since 1998. That game between the Knicks and the Spurs got 23.8 million people. It peaked at over 26 million. It's up 159% year over year. And that was for Game 3. I'm going to guess last night's game is going to get an even better number because
Brunson gets it, fires up a three. Shot no good. The tip, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. With 1.2 remaining, Knicks take the lead. OG Anunoby, and it's 107-106.
largest comeback in finals history. It's being called the NBA's 28-3. Right. This is, the Knicks getting it done, getting a 3-1 series lead over the Spurs. Now, of course, Game 5 goes to San Antonio. But will the Knicks fans drown out the Spurs fans? They're already saying last night ticket prices to get in the door jumped $1,000 overnight because of Knicks fans going, they could win the finals here. I got to get my ticket. So, yeah, if you're a Spurs fan, it might be time to sell, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, well.
They just sell that ticket and make some cash and hope for the future to be better.
Once just turn the page, buddy.
That was bad. De'Aaron Fox had a terrible game last night. Awful game. Who's the best coach in college football? There's yet another list. We'll tell you who's on the top of it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
If you're driving into downtown from places like Plain City and Dublin, you are seeing no issues whatsoever on 33 in that eastbound direction, passing 161. And even as you're heading towards that busy 270 split out there closer towards Dublin, again, it's looking beautiful on your roadways this morning. Same situation if you're heading northbound on 71 north between 670 to 270. That's a 9-minute commute. Same situation there if you're taking 315 north as well. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Today, we're talking about how you don't have to earn more when you can save more. Okay, so you brought me this stat. T-Mobile customers had the lowest wireless bills versus Verizon and AT&T over the past 5 years. That seems surprising.
Yeah, when I first heard it, I thought, okay. But when the experts at HarrisX broke it down, it was true for millions of families.
They have a 5-year price guarantee on experience plans and America's Best Network, plus lower bills. I'm not hearing any sacrifice here.
Which is what people need right now. Reliability, predictability. Affordable wireless service isn't a perk. It's a difference. And listeners, if you don't believe me, you can check it out at tmobile.com/switch.
Best mobile network based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. Price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Based on HarrisX billing snapshots from Q3 21 to Q4 25 compared to average AT&T and Verizon bills. Comparison excludes discounts, credits, and optional charges. For more details, see harrisx.com/T-Mobile-bills.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Take a vacation from high interest rates this summer. With a special rate on balance transfers at BMI Federal Credit Union, you can put more money back in your pocket this summer. Visit bmifcu.org/consolidate to transfer your high interest credit cards today.
Scotty Vegas here, and I want to tell you about the best bet you can make this summer. It's getting a new vehicle from Krieger Ford. I'm absolutely in love with my new Bronco. The process was fast, fun, and no pressure. Krieger Ford on Morse Road. Best bet you can make. KriegerFord.com. I have a buddy who's going to be popping the question soon. He's planning everything out. He asked me, can you help me out with the ring? I said, of course I can. I've got a guy, Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Now you talk, Bob.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace. I'm your guy.
Go in, see my friends at Worthington Jewelers, tell them I sent you, and you'll get the true VIP experience.
I'll treat them better than I treat you.
That's not hard. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged. And tell them Common Man sent you.
Welcome to Hollywood Casino.
What can I get you?
How you doing, Columbus? The same Hollywood you know, with a new hotel to love. Hollywood Casino and Hotel Columbus, coming June 2026. Book now. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
I'm Jeff Hogan. I've been a journalist at 10 TV for more than 20 years. I don't just report about our community, I belong to it. And that's why we care so deeply about getting it right. And when local journalism is done right, it moves. It moves you to act, to speak up, or lend a hand. And yes, it moves your heart through the kind of human storytelling that stays with you wherever you are. And at 10 TV, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Central Ohio.
When it's too hot to go out, it's definitely too hot for your AC to go out. The Waterworks Heating and Cooling Pros are here to help. We offer fast repair and AC replacement for any cooling system when you need it. Plus, we're a premier Lennox dealer and can install an energy-efficient system for a great price. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit us online at thewaterworks.com. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results.
Experience the adrenaline of Barrett-Jackson in Columbus, June 25th to 27th at the Ohio Expo Center and State Fairgrounds. See hundreds of no-reserve collector cars cross the auction block and sell to the highest bidder. Take in the lively exhibitor marketplace. Engage with interactive sponsor displays and enjoy a wide selection of food and drink options. It's an exciting, high-octane event for fans of all ages. Advance tickets on sale now for the world's greatest collector car auctions at Barrett-Jackson.com.
When you saw your heating bills this winter, did you think this is out of control? The problem is your house is leaking money, and the only thing higher than your heating bills are your cooling bills. Steve here from USA Insulation. Let us fix your energy bill problem for good. If you aren't foam insulated, you really aren't insulated. For $99 a month, interest-free, we'll foam your home and help cut those energy bills. 529-2440 or USAinsulation.net.
USA Insulation. Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. In Game 4 of the NBA Finals, the New York Knicks trailed the San Antonio Spurs by as many as 29 points in the third quarter, but the Knicks stormed back and made the game come down to the final seconds.
Brunson gets it, fires up at Brave. Shot no good, the tip, it's gone! It's gone! It's gone! With 1.2 remaining, Knicks take the lead! OG Anunoby, and it's 107-106!
And that was your final score. Thanks to Mike Breen on the ABC call. Knicks now lead the series 3-1 Guardians lost to the Yankees yesterday, 8-4. Reds also lost 5-4 in San Diego. Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Finals on tonight between the Golden Knights and Hurricanes with puck drop at 8. That series is tied at 2. This update is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Take strokes off your game by taking pounds off your frame with Awaken 180 Weight Loss results this summer. With the result for weight loss, awaken180weightloss.com. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
One of these guys still believes he can play in the NFL. It's T-Bone. He says it's because of his low center of gravity. He's dumb. This is Bone and Tyvis.
By the way, I saw from the Knicks game last night, obviously, Knicks Spurs, Knicks epic comeback. What were they down? 29 points at halftime, something crazy like that. 28 points. Third quarter, they were down 28, 29 points. Still came back. Spurs collapse, Knicks comeback. Either way you want to slice it. An epic game 4. Now they take the series to 3-1. But, you know, celebrities were there. Taylor Swift was there. Apparently, I saw that Kirk Herbstreit was sitting courtside for this game. Now, we're college football fans. As Buckeye fans, we know who Kirk Herbstreit is from his time here, but also all college football fans know who he is. He's one of the faces of college football, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got to say I'm shocked that Kirk Herbstreit has the juice to sit courtside at a Knicks game.
Are you serious?
Yes, because I think we overestimate how much, like, actual clout you have to sit courtside at a Knicks game. Like,
but if you have the bread, you got the bread.
It's not about the bread, though. Here's the thing.
Yeah, that's an access thing rather than like you can pay for it. Like, you got to know the people to get.
And here's the thing. Because I saw this and I'm like, how does Herbie have the access to, again, the ecosystem that is the New York Knicks celebrity culture of fan. Ben Stiller sits courtside.
Right.
Spike Lee sits courtside.
Right.
You know, like they had the SVU Stabler and what's their like they're
Olivia Munson is her name on the show.
Yeah. They're Munson and Stabler, right? They're sitting courtside because it's like, oh, but they're like New York royalty. This is there's a placement thing going on there. Herbie is just like the college football guy.
So
New York doesn't care about college football.
Let me push back.
Sorry, Rutgers.
I think the moment you start calling NFL games, you now become a different type of celebrity, even if it's on Amazon. Like, college football, that's one thing.
Yes,
but
what if no one watches it? That's the problem.
I mean,
people do watch Thursday Night Football.
Yeah, the numbers have been going up.
They do.
I think that's probably put him in a different level in terms of his recognizability and how people view him, rather than when he was just a college football dude showing up in Oxford, Mississippi.
I mean, between, like, to Joshua's point, between Thursday Night Football, College Game Day, and then whatever game he's calling, he's got a lot of exposure to sports fans.
And I know that.
Some would say overexposure.
What network is the NBA Finals on?
That is on ABC, ESPN.
ABC, ESPN, and I'm sure that helped him somehow, some way.
That is what helped him out, because what I found out was he didn't get these seats because he's a celebrity. He got these seats because he's at ESPN, because you know who he was sitting next to? Mark Shapiro, who is one of the biggest media entities when it comes to running things. He's ran ESPN for many, many years. He was, part of stuff like that. He's a media executive. That's who had the seats.
Well,
Herbie got invited by him. That's how he got it. What I'm saying is,
you have to be company, though, to be the guy who gets the invite.
Sure. But what I'm saying is, he didn't get it because, like, they said, oh my God, Kirk Herbstreit wants to come to this game. It's not that he doesn't have the same level of success. I will die on this hill. He does not have the same level of success as guys like Ben Stiller, who made, Meet the Parents. Like that. Yeah, that's a different level of celebrity when you're
Ben
a movie
Stiller,
star.
For sure. And like as you mentioned, like, I would say that more people, the fact that people know Kirk Herbstreit's name, but we don't know Olivia Benson's real name is a thing.
It's because it's hard to pronounce.
Well,
that's mainly why.
Maybe
is it Mariska Hargitay? Is that her name? Yeah. But like the actual actress. I forget the dude's name. I always forget.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Name. I always forget his.
But the fact that they've got, they're in that community is a different thing. Like, yeah, you got to be a different level of celebrity for sure.
It's not about money. I'm sure he has the money to buy courtside seats.
Nobody pays for those.
That's right.
Yeah, there's a list. You have to show up, and you have to be like a fan, be engaged. But like those are the only two stipulations. If you want a ticket, you got to be real celebrity and show up.
I think your disdain for Kirk Herbstreit's clouding your
it's
perception
not.
on this. I really think it is.
I'm telling you right now, The guy is known to us as college and NFL fans, but I promise you that the majority of average people do not know who he is
Has he
in
done
America.
a cameo in a movie?
Yes, he's done. I know he has. I can't remember which one.
He's on commercial, whatever commercial with his stupid dog.
Well,
now.
no, the dog is the star of that commercial, to be clear.
The other problem is if you knew Kirk Herbstreit from College Game Day 20 years ago, you might watch that commercial and be like, well, I don't know who that guy is, but they said it's Kirk Herbstreit. It doesn't look like him.
Face a little
he had so
tight.
much work done. I can't even tell it's Kirk Herbstreit.
I think if you've done cameos in movies, then you're a pretty recognizable crossover type.
All right. Yeah,
that's why I asked the question.
Also, what would be great is if everyone did what Kirk Herbstreit does when it's not the quarterback or wide receiver of a team, where he's just like, I got to tell you, 46 is doing really good tonight. I got to tell you, 38
Do you know
tough.
how many names
it's like,
that he has to know on a weekly basis?
Job. That's his only job. Is to know the names.
He's doing Thursday night football. Then he's doing game day where they discuss 100 teams. Then he's got to go get on a plane and call a game. And 46 might be a rotational linebacker, and it's hard to get to that chart. And then you see the name and you see in parentheses, it's got a phonetic on it.
Oh.
You're just saying 46.
I'm just telling you.
I'm telling you right now. You're just saying 46.
Hey, by the way, I'm not the one getting $10 million to call college and pro football games. That's what he signed up to do.
I get it.
That's not $10 million.
I get it. I get both sides.
If Mike Breen was like, I don't know, the tall kid from France is pretty good tonight. Like, his name is Wembanyama. You got to know
People
that.
still can't say that.
You got to know that.
I don't think Stephen A's ever said his name right. But listen, there's good people on both sides. Okay? I get both sides of this one.
You do get a pass with Wemby. Wemby allows for help.
I am just shocked that the guy that could arguably be the color commentator for the most watched game in the NFL and the most watched game in a college football week, you're saying, no one knows who he actually is.
I'm not saying no one. Again, I'm not saying he's not known. He's clearly recognizable. People were recognizing Kirk Herbstreit sitting courtside. I'm saying to the New York elite who run that circle specifically to get you courtside, it's like, yes, but was he at Fashion Week? You know, what does he get to the Met Gala? Like, he doesn't run in the circles typically. Now, if it's Yeehaw, Alabama, yeah, he's a celebrity, but it's not. It's New York City. There's real celebrities who get ignored every day there. He's not the same level. I'm just telling you, it's not. New York is built different like that. All right, so there's a list here, Joshua. You sent this out to us in the group chat of Sporting News put out their top 25 college football coaches, right? 25. Brett, no, we're not going to. If you want to know, Brett Bielema, Kirk Ferentz, 25 and 24. But let's zone in on the top 10, maybe top 5. Here's your number 10: Dabo Swinney, Clemson, whatever.
Just riding off a legacy.
Riding legacy, yes. Mario Cristobal, Miami, number 9. Recency bias. I don't think anybody was putting him top 10 before this year.
I agree with that.
Okay. Lane Kiffin.
Too much credit for doing nothing. They love his Twitter. That's it.
They love. Yes, they do.
Just keep going.
Number 7, Steve Sarkisian at Texas.
Steve Sarkisian is James Franklin.
There you go. Kalen DeBoer, 6 at Alabama.
I think he's a really good ball coach. He's in a tough spot right now.
For sure. Kalen DeBoer is 6. Dan Lanning, 5 at Oregon.
He's also James Franklin.
I do not have any. I think Dan Lanning gets way too much credit.
Yep.
Dylan and I fight about this all the time because I know, Dylan, your argument is where else are you going to put him? Because all those other guys I named, I'll give you, it's not like they're that much better or worse, but like Kalen DeBoer got his team to a national championship game, like at Washington. Like he did do that, right? So that should count for something, but whatever. Recency bias there, I guess. Marcus Freeman at 4, Notre Dame. Okay. Ryan Day, 3 at Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
Kirby Smart, 2 at Georgia. We always get this kind of jumbling of those two depending on what year it is. But number 1 is your guy, Curt Cignetti.
I think the top 3 on the list are in perfect order.
I could see that. I struggle with Ryan Day possibly being a little better than Kirby Smart. We can have that debate, but
yeah, I think the further we get away from the Georgia titles, the more I'm willing to put Ryan Day ahead of Kirby. But that little run right there is still a little bit too close for me to try to ignore.
Yeah.
And by the way, they win the SEC every year. Like, you know, people act like there's this huge fall off. Like, they win 11 games in the regular season. They're like squarely in the playoffs every year. He's a really good ball coach. Good program down there.
I still continue to say I just want to see Curt Cignetti do it again.
But
so he gave you 2 seasons of this.
Okay. Dude, this is, I feel like
what do you want? What do you want?
I want another, his first season at Indiana should be like the bar. If he's as good as we're saying.
His debut at Indiana was better than Dan Lanning's debut at Oregon, and people were like, Dan Lanning is the next Urban Meyer.
If he's that great, I want to see Indiana win 10 games a year till he's dead or retires.
I feel like I'm living in an insane world, Dylan, where trust me, I don't like giving Curt Cignetti this credit. I don't like giving Indiana this credit, but this man essentially scaled Mount Everest with one arm, and people are like, well, if he does it next year, then I'll believe he's really good. It's like Indiana football is what we're talking about.
Yep.
Won a national championship, went undefeated, ran through everybody. And that's who we're saying, well, if he does it a second time, he did it a first time when he got a team that should have no business even being in the playoffs to the playoffs in year 1.
So
he did that.
Let's say
then he got him a championship in year 2. All right, if they win the Mars championship in year 3, where else can he go?
Let's say they finish 9-3 and barely miss the playoffs this year. A year from now, are you still saying he's the best coach in college football?
9-3 at Indiana?
I'm saying the level of difficulty to get it to that point, yeah. Okay. It's insane what he's doing.
Well, how many games would that have been over a 3-year span? It would have been 20. It would have been, what is that?
Right.
35 games or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
35 games and maybe 35 games and 30 wins.
Span? Yeah. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I look, it's a level of difficulty, man. You're right. If he did this at a place like Alabama, Ohio State, Texas, it would be
a different conversation.
Hey, can he keep this going? They have a lot of resources. It's Indiana, man. And I know they get a lot of money from donors now because Mark Cuban's involved.
But that first year, Mark Cuban wasn't even cutting checks to them yet.
Oregon has Phil Knight. Had him the whole time.
Yeah.
Whatever. Morning Breath coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good Thursday morning to you. Right now, we are looking at a pretty serious crash in Delaware County. All lanes are officially blocked on 23. It's that southbound direction at Evergreen Avenue, just as you're passing Lewis Center this morning. And of course, that is causing some major delays for you folks. If you can, just get off 23, take Lewis Center Road instead towards that eastbound direction, get you towards 71, and use that interstate to head south towards the city. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
It's time for sun and savings at Great Lakes Hyundai. Right now, get a new 26 Elantra SE for $59 per month for a 2-year lease. Just $59 a month for the drive into summer sale. This month only. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Dublin or Columbus or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit $39.95 down plus tax title first month payment. 7,500 miles per year and 7.6.
Common Man and Timmy. Voted America's dumbest show by Marconi voters. Common Man is a Columbus radio legend. And by legend, I mean it's a miracle he hasn't been fired yet. And Timmy is, well, Timmy will complain about anything and everything. And he kind of looks like a woman. Giggity, giggity, giggity. So there's that. Common Man and Timmy.
Sponsored by Hinderer Motor Company.
Weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 on The Fan.
Care Heating and Cooling. Honest technicians, honest pricing. Call 1-800-COOLING.
Tyvis here for Tri-State Men's Health. Remember that first time you failed to perform in the bedroom? You probably just laughed it off. No big deal. But then it happened again. Performance matters in intimate moments, so don't let ED get in the way. With one visit to Tri-State, you may be surprised by how the right treatment can improve your love life. Call them today at 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com. ED is the thief of the moment. When you're getting intimate with your partner and you aren't able to perform the way you want to, that can be really frustrating. But at Tri-State, they have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some treatments can have you last an hour or more. Schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health today. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a TMPSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call them today at 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
If you don't have Friday, June 12th circled on your calendar, get out a marker, circle that 12. Hollywood Casino Columbus is the place to be. Scotty Vegas here, and we're going to be cheering on Team USA in the sportsbook with a big watch party at 9 o'clock. Contest, prizes, plus the all-new Hollywood Casino Columbus Hotel grand opening is June 12th. Brett Michaels live, fireworks, swag, food trucks, and our watch party. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
For over 78 years, our family's been part of your love stories. At Diamond Seller, we offer bigger diamonds, better prices, and timeless designs for every chapter of your life. From your first yes to your forever I do, trust the jeweler who knows diamonds best. Visit Diamond Seller today.
Now is a great time to schedule a back-to-school dental appointment. Dr. Kyle Bogan, president of the Ohio Dental Association, is here to tell us more.
Your child's teeth and gums need the right food, nutrition, and vitamins to grow strong and stay healthy. Help them maintain good oral health by brushing every morning and night, flossing, visiting the dentist twice a year, and developing good eating habits. As kids head back to school, it's important to know that foods and drinks high in sugar, acidity, and other cavity-promoting substances are often low in nutritional value and have the potential to create plaque capable of damaging tooth enamel. A back-to-school dental appointment can diagnose any potential problems and improve your child's oral health. Ohio Dental Association member dentists are located throughout the state, are dedicated to providing the highest quality dental care, are bound by the highest ethical standards, and obtain superior ongoing education and training. Ask if your dentist is a member of the Ohio Dental Association so you know you're being treated by the very best. To find an ODA dentist in your area, visit oda.org.
How many different ways can you consume morning juice? Let's see. Live on YouTube, live on the Fans HD3 podcast on demand, and on 10 TV Plus. And we'll send Bobby right to your house.
Weekday mornings from 6 to 8.
The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Could see a few stray showers or storms this morning. Otherwise, partly cloudy and mild and muggy with wake-up temperatures in the 70s. For today, expect a chance of showers and storms later in the day. Otherwise, a mix of sun and clouds throughout the afternoon, breezy winds, and highs topping out right around 90 degrees. So make sure you have ways to stay cool. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
We test marketed naming the show A Guy and His Butlers.
Oh, that is very touching.
But we thought Bishop and Friends had a better ring to it.
Weekday mornings at 9.
The Fan. In terms of the Waffle House menu, Tyvis covered and smothered his opponents. Meanwhile, T-Bone is a chunk of hash who's often covered in gravy. I'm not sure what that means either. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, if your air conditioner is not turning off because, it's been hot out, it's getting hot again, it's going to be hot. Yeah, it's the summer, right? This is the time of year for it. That could be because it's hot out, but it also could be because air conditioner's running, that cool air in your house is leaking out through your old drafty windows, especially broken seals, old frames. They can let the cool air escape out of your house, and that means it's only going to get worse as the temperatures rise. Well, you can act now with Window Nation. They can help you get new energy-efficient windows at a great price. Window Nation's Buy 4 Windows, Get 4 free sale, that's going on now. You can get 0 down payment, no payments or interest for 2 years. And again, you could replace all the windows in your home with this sale and get half of them for free. So when you go through Window Nation, they have an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, a 50-point inspection on every window before it leaves the factory, and of course, a lifetime warranty on all their windows. So take advantage of this Buy 4 Windows, Get 4 free sale now. Just go to windownation.com to schedule your fast free consultation. Once again, that's windownation.com. Window Nation is a proud partner of the Wounded Warrior Project.
By the way, you teased morning breath, which is good, but we're going to do that tomorrow at this time.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Vertical or horizontal?
That would be a horizontal tease.
That would be a horrible idiot tease. Is what that would be. I am an idiot, and I don't know why I thought that was today.
Listen, man,
dumb.
You're up so early. I mean,
you
work excuses so hard.
Don't make it, what would Urban Meyer say if you made excuses for someone making a mistake, blowing an assignment?
Guess who ain't here right now?
I'm just saying. I'm not. No, I hold myself to a standard.
I'm never going to try to make you feel better again. Okay, all right. You're dumb. You did dumb. Yes. Okay, don't do it again. How about that?
Thank you. Yes, don't let it happen again.
Jeez.
Dylan, if it happens again, we're blaming you because you should have kept me in line. That's right. Well, I do have some stuff so Morning Breath tomorrow, when we do this, it's a segment of people who should just shut up, who don't know what they're talking about, like yours truly. But this is some Texas Tech audio I have from you from yesterday where Joey McGuire is out there, the head coach of Texas Tech, because they're so relevant. I'm sure we all know his name. But Joey McGuire is their head coach, if you don't know. This is him talking about their quarterback who gambled on sports, was banned by the NCAA, and now a judge in Lubbock, Texas has said, he can play. Who cares? This is him defending Brendan Sorsby and why Brendan Sorsby should be allowed to play.
Brendan Sorsby is recovering from an addiction. He's recovering. Like, I've sat down with this young man multiple times, and the things that he is going through and what he's been through is serious. As a society, we've been okay with other things that happens and allowing players to play, and this has been the one thing that has united people that we're against, and it's crazy because it's not murder, it's not beating somebody, there's a lot of things that we're working through.
Is that the standard now, by the way?
Well, he didn't murder anybody.
Right.
It's just we got a lot of things we're working through.
I hope every targeting call this year where someone gets thrown out of a game or anything like that, anything you can get tossed from a game from. Yeah, just the coach should come out and be like, he didn't murder anybody. We're actually finding a judge in whatever county they're playing the game in. Yeah, and sue them and say, we need an emergency injunction. This kid is being damaged by being suspended for a half of a game next week or whatever. Look, I'm sure some of you are getting sick of hearing about this story. Mm-hmm. I am too. I just feel like it is insane that we're even entertaining a discussion about a player who gambled on sports. I made this comparison earlier. If you took the lines off the football field, no end zones, no out of bounds, no yard markers, and then tried to play a college football game, what would happen? The guys on defense would say, we stopped them on third down.
Yep.
Guys on offense would say, no, you didn't. We made the first down. How would we know? Because there's no lines, there's no guide marks, there's no basic system of playing a football game, you wouldn't be able to tell what's real and what's not. Mm-hmm. When you have a player who is gambling on the game, who bet on his team to not perform well when he was at Indiana, that's documented fact. How do I know that when this guy goes out and throws 3 picks in a game, it's just because he was bad?
You don't.
That's the question we have now. And by the way, if the NCAA allows, they're not allowing it, but if a judge forces them to allow it, the next player who's also doing this, what stops them from saying, well, if I get caught, I'll just go say I was addicted to gambling.
Right.
I'll go sue. This opens the door now for more players to also participate in this. And I feel like that's so different from the NIL discussion. It's so different from the transfer portal discussion. This is literally about the fabric of the game. In any sport, not working right.
And for people who may be tired of this discussion, I feel where you're at because I'm talking about it a lot. People on social media have been talking about it a lot. The Texas Tech people now are like, they're coming out and they're full guns blazing. They're swinging at everybody. But part of this is public sentiment. And if you keep talking about this and how bad it is and how egregious it is, at some point, somebody's got to act. And maybe it's the college football playoff saying that they're not going to rank Texas Tech this year. Like they could become leaders in college football by doing that. Maybe it's the Big 12 saying, you know what, finances aside, this is the right thing to do. I'm not sure, but if we just, people start getting quiet about it and we just wait until week 1 of the season and we are reminded that he is suspended for the first 2 games against, somebody, Abilene
Christian.
Yeah, there you go. And who else? And somebody, right.
These are the big boys of college sports, right?
Week 3, they play Houston, which was going to be one of their most important games of the season for anybody who's keeping score on this. But if we just wait and then get reminded of that in week 1, like, what have we done? What have we done?
No, you haven't fixed anything. By the way, Cody Campbell, who's their mega booster, who also I think is on their board of directors, like he's as powerful as anyone at Texas Tech, right? He was on, yes, a dweeb. He was on with Dan Dockich, whatever show Dan Dockich does now. This was an interview that he did yesterday talking about what will happen if schools try to boycott Texas Tech. Like the Big 12 has talked about, maybe we just don't play Texas Tech this year. George is saying we won't schedule them for any sports. Here's Cody Campbell about that.
It's because the college football world doesn't think that Texas Tech should be as good as we are. We've been a disruptor, just like Indiana has. And so we're a target. And we have been even before any of this started. Now, the volume has gone way up, and a lot of it's been directed at me and at Coach McGuire and at, our university. But that's not fair. If this had happened at LSU, people would say, it's LSU. They're always going to kind of do what they do, and, they're going to keep playing. But it happened at Texas Tech, And, people don't want to compete with us. Of course, ADs in the Big 12 are saying crazy things and, saying they don't want to play us. Well, they don't want to play us because they know he's good, and they don't want us to be as competitive. They would want to have a better chance at winning the conference. So they're inherently conflicted in their opinion. And so, again, we're going to do the right thing by this kid, and we're going to follow the law.
Okay. So many things to dig into. Question basically, why are people so loud about this? Oh, it's because they don't want us to be good. No. It's because they want the rules to be enforced. They want this rule in particular about the integrity of the game, something that's going to be in the back of their mind when your quarterback touches the ball. Is he going to do the right thing? They want that figured out. The other part that this is really starting to, we want to do right by this kid. I don't think him skirting accountability in this scenario is the right thing for him. So this dude right here is a weenie.
Oh, Cody Campbell, yeah.
He wants to be famous. Mm-hmm. He wants, I'm going to save college sports, but then we're going to do this, and I'm going to be on Capitol Hill politicking with all the people out there.
We got to get people to follow the rules in college football.
I'm going to write op-eds, and I'm going to reach out to networks, and can I come on your show, and can I come on your podcast? It's all things I know firsthand, because the dude wants to be famous, and he's a weenie.
The worst part of this scandal is, to me, not the they might get away with cheating. It's that the foundations of sports have very simple guidelines to me. And the way Texas Tech is talking about this, they're acting like everyone is lining this kid up at the guillotine and say, drop the rope. They're not. They're saying the guy who gambled on sports shouldn't be allowed to play the sport that he gambled on while an active player. It's foundational to everything we've known about sports.
The Save College Sports guy should understand that.
Well, you know what? I actually, that's a good point. I actually have an idea of how we could fix this. I have an idea that doesn't involve the courts, doesn't involve anything else, of how we could maybe fix this Texas Tech situation. I will lay it out for you in 2 minutes. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Noticing another incident in Delaware County. The shoulders are currently blocked on 71 southbound, just passing Delaware County rest area 626 and right before you're heading towards Polaris out there because of a crash. Folks, thankfully, at least some good news here. Not seeing any traffic or delays because of it. Once again, the shoulders are blocked right now. We also have slowdowns, though, for our friends on the east side. We're talking just passing Reynoldsburg, 70 in that westbound direction over by Bryce Road. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Ben Sadler, Assistant Vice President, Commercial Lending, on what makes First Bank of Central Ohio successful.
What we do as a community bank is really, listening to, that company, finding the solutions that best need their business and is not just a universal product that you could get anywhere else.
Experience what it's like to be first at First Bank of Central Ohio. Visit fbcentralohio.com for more details. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Great Lakes Hyundai, the savings are so good.
Get 0% financing for 60 months on new 2026 Tucsons. Only at Great Lakes, Columbus, or Dublin, or glakeshyundai.com. With approved A1 credit up to 30K finance only, plus qualified trade in 76.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place. And are you tired of windows so drafty that your curtains blow in the wind even after you shut your windows?
Sounds like a problem, Wilson.
It's why at the other window place, we now offer curtain tie-downs.
Wouldn't just great non-drafty windows be the answer?
And tank the entire curtain tie-down market?
Get the windows that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Experience the adrenaline of Barrett Jackson in Columbus, Ohio, June 25th to 27th. See hundreds of no-reserve collector cars cross the auction block, interactive sponsor displays, and a wide selection of food and drinks. It's an exciting, high-octane event for fans of all ages. Tickets on sale now at barrett-jackson.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Capital Ford of Columbus. Find your dream ride and get approved fast at capitalfordofcolumbus.com. No, I've never heard of the band on T-Bone's shirt either. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Joshua Perry in for Tyvis Powell. He will return. We're less than a week and a half away from the return of Tyvis.
Return of the Mac.
There you go. Good song. I'm trying to think of a solution for this Texas Tech Brendan Sorsby thing because it feels like they're just going to play this dude, right? Feels like barring another judge coming in and saying, no, you can't, the Big 12's probably not going to stand firm and boycott this season with these guys, right? All these schools are still going to line up and play these games. There's too many TV dollars on the line, all that stuff. So what can be done? I'm offering a solution, a meager solution. It probably won't work, but you tell me what you think of this idea. What if we started a GoFundMe account and we line it up to say, if you're a college football fan and you think this Brandon Sorsby thing is wrong, you can donate to this account. And what this fund is going to do, it's going to be distributed as NIL to all the players on the other teams that Texas Tech is going against. The starters, the good players, the guys who are going to the NFL or have some kind of future there. You go and you pay those players to sit out these games. You pay them to sit on the sidelines when they play Texas Tech. Let Texas Tech win by 100. Let them blow out every team they play. Let Brandon Sorsby have all this useless tape. When any NFL player or coach looks at him, they'll go, well, yeah, but all their secondary was out. They all get it just for their defenses to all sit out these games. So then Brandon Sorsby has useless film. All the guys on his offense have useless film. Everything that you're watching is meaningless because you know the starters all are sitting. And then they can run through their season. They can have their little fake award. They can pat themselves on the back. And then the college football playoff can go, yeah, but you didn't play anybody. Sorry. And leave them out. And then we can just have a season where their games are utterly meaningless, even if he gets to play every single one of them. Like, that's where I'm at this point.
I thought you were going a different direction with the GoFundMe.
Oh?
Thought it was going to be a bounty.
No.
No, man.
No, I don't think that doesn't need to happen.
All right, I got to hear this one out.
No, that doesn't need to happen.
Call up Greg Williams.
Yeah.
Now, if someone were to have a brain about them in the world of the judicial system, come forward and say, actually, we're overturning this ruling and he's no longer eligible to play, then all the donations to the GoFundMe could go to helping people who have gambling addictions. I think that would be send it to a charity.
Sure.
But in the meantime, if we're going to get to this point, I feel like the now you have the Texas Tech people saying we're going to sue schools for not playing us. We're going to go the legal route and say it's collusion if they don't play against us. All right, fine, do that. What forces a coach to actually play any of their starters against Texas Tech? If I'm a coach, I just go to those guys and say, listen, we're going to take the L here. Doesn't matter. We're going to us and all the other schools are going to just not play our starters. And then he can go out there, he can run around, throw for 800 yards. Who cares? It's all meaningless if we're going to just say college football is meaningless and let this guy play, then all these schools should say, fine, we think it's just as meaningless. We don't trust that he's not on the take. We're not playing our guys in this illegitimate football game.
See, this is the kind of stuff that I would hate to see, but I really wouldn't. I kind of want college football to devolve into this nasty wasteland of all these things going on that should never happen because we could have just done something that made sense before we ever got to that point. I'm the guy who's rooting for coaches to sit their starters in rivalry games when we get to a 2014 playoff because the teams are in, right? I want
to prove the point that we don't need a 2014
we
playoff.
should have never done it to begin with.
Well,
right? I hate the idea, but I really don't hate it because it is purely chaotic and it points out the lunacy of where we're at in college football.
By the way, tomorrow, this here time, 8:30 on Friday, Nicole Auerbach from NBC Sports, your colleague.
Yes.
You guys do a podcast together.
We do. Rushing the Field.
Yeah, which you just recorded a new episode of yesterday.
That is correct.
So go check that out wherever you get your podcast. But that tomorrow, she will join us on the show. We will talk a little bit more about this. But you reminded me of something. If there was ever a thing that the powers that be in college sports were trying to do to get us to normalize a 2014 playoff, that seems way less crazy now than where we are now that I know that we're letting guys who gambled on the game play in the game. If you took me back to 2 weeks ago where the biggest concern was a 2014 playoff, I'd feel like I was living in a much more rational society than I am now.
Is that why they're letting this happen?
That's what I'm saying. It's it could be. Yeah. Conspiracy theory. Who knows?
This is like the Overton window or whatever it is.
Yes, that's exactly right. Where they've slid this thing so far down, where you're like, oh, this 2014 playoff seems pretty normal.
I do not like it.
I don't either.
Connor in the chat brought up a great point that you and I have touched on, and Bake has brought it up on Bishop and Friends, and I think it needs to be reiterated. I talked about it on Rushing the Field yesterday if anybody wants to go listen to it. This man also broke the law. In all of this, making him a victim and guys have committed crimes. He committed crimes too. He didn't murder anybody, certainly, but he committed crimes.
Or at least if he, I don't know if they're actual, What we don't know.
Underage? Is that not a crime?
I think betting underage, but again.
Setting up a false account.
Okay, that seems bad.
It seems like those
betting
are two crimes.
underage.
They called the FBI. The FBI was invested. That's how we got here.
Okay, so what I don't know is if that's a crime where you go to jail or if it's a crime where they say, hey, you're no longer allowed to bet on sports.
It doesn't matter, though.
But either way, right.
Yes.
Like, the argument has been that he didn't do anything really wrong.
We're not even addressing this. And everybody's like, oh, he didn't do anything except for bet on some games he didn't play. And like, I don't know. He just doesn't like rules, I guess.
Yeah, no, again, the people at Texas Tech are acting like he's tomorrow going to be a squad car driven to a jail.
They're going to perp walk him.
Do you remember like when Allen Iverson, people may be too young to remember this, but like Allen Iverson was thrown in a jail cell for like 4 months because a fight happened at a bowling alley and he happened to be there, and some people were like, oh, it was Allen Iverson's fault. And he got thrown in jail for it because he was basically the only one there that was famous. It turned out he really wasn't involved in the fight and really had nothing to do with it, but he lost like months of his career because of something that did not involve him. And that's 30 years ago. People have forgotten all about that. That's why he ended up at Georgetown. But, like, we've gone so far the other direction now where it's like, you can't possibly harm this young man who gambled on sports. Yeah, it's not hard. It's not throwing him in jail. It's saying he can't play college football. If he wants to go play, I don't know, backgammon, let him do it. Like, that's fine. They can have their own rules for that sport. By the way, on the World Cup front, that starts today. I have this question. And I think, Dylan, is this the fan poll today?
Yes.
Okay. 971 The Fan, wherever you get your fan poll stuff. It's on Twitter, X. We put it on the YouTube as well. All that. It's brought to you by JT's Pizza Pub. How much of the World Cup are you watching? Are you likely to watch? The choices we have, Dylan, are what?
I wrote none of it, all the USA matches, most of the games, or won't miss a match.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm probably in the most... I've been so down on the World Cup because of FIFA being corrupt and all these other things. But I do love the World Cup. I do love the pageantry and the fans and all that stuff. And I actually love the game of soccer. So I'll probably watch the U.S. games and some other. So I'm like in the third category. I'll probably watch a decent amount of the games. I don't know if I'm going to sit down and watch every single game, but.
Well, most is like more than half.
Yeah, I'm watching most. I would say most, but not every game. Like I'm not going to be able to, like, won't miss a match is not me. But yeah, that's the fan poll. You can go vote on that now on the fans' Twitter handle if you would so choose to. But what about you, Joshua? Plan on watching any World Cup games?
Nope.
Not a one.
Not a one.
Simple as that. You see, but
what about our team Ecuador? They're staying in Columbus. We got to support Ecuador,
I'll catch
right?
the highlights on Twitter.
Okay. Guys from Ecuador, we got to root for them.
Was there a World Cup in 2012? Is that right, math? Is that one that the USA...
I think it was 14.
Somewhere 14. I think we've talked about this before off the air. But whenever that happened and they made the knockout stage,
yeah, I
feel like there was just... And it's partial patriotism, but we're sports people, just full-on bandwagoning. Like, I had never seen more crowds at bars packed to watch a USA soccer game after they made it past a certain point in that World Cup. And I wonder if we'll get the same thing in this World Cup. If they get past pool play, if we'll get people starting to get interested in it.
Yeah, you might.
It's Team USA.
You might.
It's kind of like, I mean, the Olympics with hockey.
Right.
Like, they weren't people watching the pool play games of Team USA hockey, but once they got to the semifinals and then the gold medal, then people were hopping on and watching those games.
By the way, I think the year you're talking about is 2010 Olympics. That was the one where Landon Donovan scored the game-winning goal against Algeria, and it was like madness. It was last minute. It was that was one that for sure a lot of people got in on. But gosh, that is insane. That's 16 years ago. Like that blows my mind because that feels like that wasn't that long ago. The one that got me into the World Cup was 2002. Those games were all in Japan and Korea, and they were like 2 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, but going to bars, watching with friends. They were like watch parties over at the Old Crew Stadium that we would go to. And
that is insane.
It was a blast.
The waking up that early to watch the game.
Oh, dude. And by the way, that was when I started to realize, even though I was not yet of the age where I could legally drink, I saw other people drinking at that time, and I was like, oh, soccer lets you drink at all odd hours. Now you go to a bar to watch a Premier League game at 7 a.m, they're popping tops. It's ready to go. So, yeah, World Cup, I'm excited to watch some of that today. I think the first match is with Mexico, right? I want to say is who's in the first game, but yeah, that's, I think, at 3 today. And then tomorrow, the U.S. plays at 9 p.m. for their first game. So, Tyler Adams, very excited about that Knicks game. Tyler Adams, one of the best players on the U.S. national team. He was jumping over the chairs in their hotel. There's video of this. This dude is the most injured soccer player in the world. Keep him off the couches and the chairs. Let him just get healthy enough to play in these games. Come on, let's do it. All right, we'll hit the buzzer next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Starting on the east side, we are seeing a crash 270 southbound at 62 eastbound over by the airport. That left lane is blocked, and because of it, we are noticing that we are seeing the backups even passing South Hamilton Road out there. Also, a heads up for those that live in Etna this morning, we are seeing a disabled vehicle in your area, State Route 310 northbound, just near 70 at Etna Crest Boulevard. That left lane is also blocked. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
All the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
The AC stopped cooling. I'm melting in here. I need someone to come and make this hot air disappear.
In a flash, I'll be there to tame the desert air. I won't leave till you're nice and cool. You'll love how much we care. $100 off your cooling repair. Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Feeling stressed or overwhelmed? Not sure how to get the mental health help you need? We've got your back. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442. We'll help you figure out what mental health benefits may be in your health plan. No more confusion, just the support you deserve. Call the Mental Health Insurance Assistance Office at 855-438-6442.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter, and summer's here, and it's time to upgrade your ride at Germain Toyota. Whether you're heading to the lake, the ballpark, or your next family road trip, the all-new 2026 Toyota Tundra is built for every adventure. Right now, get 0% APR financing for up to 60 months on the 2026 Tundra with vehicles sold at MSRP. That's legendary Toyota quality, power, and capability with an incredible summer offer. Visit Germain Toyota at the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road or online at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota, your summer starts here. See dealer for details.
Common Man and Timmy here for Hollywood Casino Columbus. Oh, Common Man, we got lots of exciting things this month.
That's right, like the grand opening of the new hotel so you can stay and play.
Plus, we got lots of great entertainment lined up now through October. We got the Hollywood Tribute Band concert series, from the timeless magic of the Beatles to the fire and swagger of Johnny Cash.
And don't forget about the $250,000 Sweet Spins drawings on Saturdays through June. You can win $250K cash or a two-night package at the new hotel.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. If you or anyone in your family has been injured in a car accident, call us now, as the time to file a claim may be limited. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before, protecting America, fighting for you. Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
When sudden illness or injury strike, Ohio State offers 3 types of urgent care to meet any of your needs. From traditional urgent care to our specialized orthopedic urgent care for activity-related injuries and advanced urgent care for more serious injury and illness. Our experts treat everything from broken bones to ear infections and colds and flu. Ohio State Urgent Care. This is world-class care.
Take a vacation from high interest rates this summer. With a special rate on balance transfers at BMI Federal Credit Union, you can put more money back in your pocket this summer. Visit bmifcu.org/consolidate to transfer your high interest credit cards today.
At ADP, we know you want your landscape business to succeed, but we don't know anything about landscaping. ADP only knows how to handle the business of your small business. So if ADP focuses on the payroll and the HR, while you focus on the land and the scaping, success should follow. Just don't expect us to know all about Kentucky bluegrass, zero-turn cutting, or what to do with a woodchuck. That's for you to figure out. Let ADP help your small business focus on the part of the business you're good at. ADP for small business.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
The Fan has a secret radio station. It's called The Fan 2. You can listen to the Bob and Tom Show, Jim Rome, and Buckeye stuff. Why do they pay me big money to whisper? The Fan 2 is on the Fan's HD2 channel and streaming on the Fan app. You're welcome. All your favorite Fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. 2 men, 1 appendix. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Joshua Perry been filling in for Tyvis Powell these last couple weeks. He will be here rest of this week and next week as well. Tyvis is on paternity leave. Eric Reeser is here now. Good morning, Reese.
Gentlemen, good morning.
So we did this. The fan poll is how much of the World Cup? How much of the World Cup are you going to watch? None. Team USA only. Good amount of the games or all the games? Where do you kind of fall on that?
Well, as Ricky Stanzi said, USA number 1.
That's a good reference. I forgot about that.
It's not going to be none, but I can't sit here and tell you that I'm going to be locked in because Team USA plays tomorrow night at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock on a Friday night.
Eric has an earlier bedtime the older he gets.
Well, there's early bedtime, but then there's also the people who are like, it's Friday night and they're feeling all right and it's time to party. And now you got to like pause that to go watch the soccer game.
A little too old for that one, too.
Sure, right.
Mexico, South Africa today at 3 o'clock. Yeah. I'll have on.
Right. Have it on.
It'll be on. It's on Fox, so I can use the rabbit ears.
Yeah.
It's easily accessible. So I think not none.
None.
As comfortable as I can get today. I heard Dylan, and he made a great point talking about how they've got to make it out of the group stage, I think, to really get national interest. I think you have it's a spectacle, but I don't know if I'm ready to put it on the level of spectacle that the NBA Finals is, that the Stanley Cup Finals is, because at least the Stanley Cup Final feels going 7 games, and that feels more interesting to me than the World Cup, that if Team USA fails to make it out of group play for the 4th consecutive time, then I don't really care what France and Spain are doing in July.
Yeah. I mean, there was a World Cup they missed, too, let's not forget. So that sets you back a bit when you miss the World Cup, but whatever. World Cup fever, air quotes, catch it.
I haven't caught it yet. Is there a vaccine for that?
I'm still saying Ecuador. I'm excited about them because they're staying here, and I'm choosing to adopt them as a team because they're living in Columbus.
Their home base is Columbus.
Here. Yeah, they're practicing over at the cruise facilities.
Let's go
Ecuador, we can get behind you. Let's go.
I just think that I'm looking at the Daily Fan Poll sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub right now, and 20% of respondents so far, 50% I should say none of it. That's just. I think that's a lie. I think that's a lie.
That was me.
You're not gonna see it at all.
I'm not gonna. Okay.
Not a single solitary second.
Unintentionally see moments of it. This is not something that I would seek out myself, like in my idle time at home.
I think it's too early for you to say that.
I don't think it's too early.
Let me ask you.
I've done this many times.
Let me ask you this: if let's say the U.S. gets out of the group stage,
brother.
No, hang on.
Okay, keep going.
Gets there, and then they play. Is there a country you absolutely loathe, other than possibly the U.S.? Is there another country you loathe?
You hate watch.
Like, what if they play England? I think they do play. Like, there's a chance they could play England. No joke. I want to say they
have to make it out of Group D play.
Yes, they would have to make it out of Group
play. Get some bangers and mash, baby.
Yeah, you hate their food. What if we put the U.S. versus England?
I'm not going to do it. I guess my thing is like the national pride of watching Team USA isn't a driver for me in a sport that I don't typically watch anyway.
Okay.
Like I can't overcome my lack of interest in the sport because of a Team USA jersey.
That's fair. Yeah. I get that too.
So, and there's not really anywhere else where I'm like, I loathe these guys. I don't like the British cuisine.
I loathe the British cuisine,
but that's not enough for me to. Yeah.
But I'll listen to like Oasis, so I'm not like totally out on England. Like I'm just saying, like there's parts of England that I like, parts of it I don't. So I get that. But again,
I feel like Oasis is just going to root for somebody else, ironically. Like is Wales part of this?
Doesn't it? Right.
I'm looking at the groups right now, and I don't think the Welsh qualified.
I do. There one storyline I am kind of locked in on is
Scotland, maybe.
Norway making it. Norway has Erling Haaland on it, who is like one of the best players in the world, but he hasn't made the World Cup the last few years. They did a photo shoot, and all of them are dressed like Vikings. Like for their World Cup team picture, they're like in a fjord with all like Viking gear. They all have like long hair. There's like a ship in the water that looks like one of those old. Yeah, it's like it's pretty badass. Yeah. So like I'll watch stuff like that. But again, I like the sport. I watch soccer anyway, so I'm excited.
I'm here for the Europeans that are experiencing this thing we call America for the first time. There was one woman from Sweden who was in Indiana, and she was like, oh my God, there's farms and there's barns and there are these little diners and this American flags everywhere. And it is so beautiful here. And it's like, thank you.
Yeah. It's I
don't know if anybody's ever said that about Indiana before.
Indiana is one of the most flattest, boring states to drive through, and she's impressed by it. It's like, wait till you get to the Rockies, ma'am. Or like, wait till you see some topography.
I'll enjoy that.
We were talking about this on Bishop and Friends the other day. There's an account on Twitter at FreddyLA7.
Oh, yes, the German guy.
A group of Germans are traveling. They traveled from Germany. I think they went to Ireland, then to New York, and then they drove from New York through to Auburn, Alabama, for Argentina, playing at Jordan-Hare Stadium. They put 88,000 people in there for that friendly. And he was tweeting a video about how they have the War Eagle chant going around with the eagle flying around the stadium for not an Auburn thing. And I'm like, that guy should come back and go to the Iron Bowl.
Oh, no kidding. Buddy. Oh, again, the European mind could never comprehend stuff. Kind of that meme has gotten played out. But college football is for sure a thing that they would, you're seeing sentences written that have never been written in the history of the world, which is Lionel Messi visits Kyle Field. And it's like, who had that
Bonkers.
one? No, it's so, like this American experience with the World Cup has been a little unique. And I do like the Brits finding out about some of the things we take for granted, like Wendy's. Right. Just like, we didn't know we could get this stuff. And it's like, welcome. We're glad that you
don't have to put French fries on a sandwich.
No. The chip sandwiches you're talking about. Just
skip that.
Stupid. So what do you guys have going on
today? We'll do some World Cup chatter in the 9 o'clock hour. A lot more Texas Tech, Brendan Sorsby fallout. It feels like the Red Raiders have drawn the line in the sand.
Yeah.
From their athletic director, comments from their head coach. We'll read a little bit of the too long didn't read statement that was released yesterday. You'll hear a little bit from Joey McGuire. Paul Feinbaum's going to join at 10:30. And really over the last 3 years has kind of been this evolution of Texas Tech athletics. Shehan Jayaraja is a national college football reporter for CBS. He's based in Dallas. He's the president of the Football Writers Association of America, and he's been the guy who kind of introduced us to Joey McGuire, who introduced us to Cody Campbell, kind of introduced us to the way Texas Tech is trying to compete in a national athletics landscape. So he'll join at 11:30. Really interested to get his thoughts as he's boots on the ground in the Lone Star State with how this affects everybody. I mean, this isn't just a Texas Tech Big 12 thing. No. This also has ripple effects into Austin for Texas A&M, as both those schools are doing a similar thing and just throwing money at football and trying to see how the rest of their athletic department can function.
The other Texas schools tried to tell us about these guys, by the way. We didn't listen.
Well, SMU, Houston.
Yeah, they've all been complaining about it. Now we're all ears. Bishop and Friends 9 to noon right here on The Fan.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
Taylor Swift took in the game last night at her wedding venue.
Traitor?
Madison Square. Right, she was at Cleveland.
You were a Cavs fan.
No. She's a fan of... she lives in New York, right? She lives in New York.
She was just there supporting Travis and his addiction
of
liking
in Parma, I choose to believe.
TMZ's got some reporting on. So she's apparently renting out Madison Square Garden. I don't know if she's renting the actual arena part or if there's some other event space she's renting. But whatever the case, they say she's paying $1 million per day for the rental for her wedding when that comes up this summer. They've rented it for at least 3 days, her and Travis Kelce have. And apparently the guest list is going to be between 1,100 and 1,200 people. So if you were hoping that it would be like
Spike Lee courtside for it,
I was going to say, if you were thinking like, can I snag a ticket to that? Like, no, they're not going to sell 25,000 seats or whatever.
Like Larry David and Spike Lee, I think, and Ben Stiller, for how many bad Knicks games they've seen at Madison Square Garden, I feel like every event they should just be offered courtside for, whatever it is.
Herb Street was there last night, sitting courtside.
Doing cameos.
Surprised the dog wasn't there. All right, that's it for us. Bishop and Friends is next. See you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Thursday. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, good morning to you. We are so closely watching a crash in Delaware County right now. 23 southbound affected. That left lane is blocked just outside of Orange Township between East Orange Road and State Route 750, also known as Howell Road. 9 miles per hour for your speeds. Of course, you can expect some backups even towards Lewis Center, and that's going to be the key for that workaround. US 23 southbound to Lewis Center Road. Take that eastbound and just take 71 southbound as you're heading towards the downtown scene. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.